Welcome back, everyone, to Mummy's Mask. Very glad to be running this game yet again. Unfortunately, we had some small hiccups that prevented a session last week, but we have everyone here tonight and a temple to Nethys to explore. As in our last session, you all had finished your explorations of the House Pentheru and dealt with all of the issues that were present there, the creatures that were luring people from Wati into it, taking their lives, and returned back to the city proper. Traded in what you had found for copious amounts of gold coins, which many of you found ways to further improve yourselves and your equipment, and went to the Grand Mausoleum to receive your third and final location to explore as part of this lottery system and the opening of the necropolis, as there are many adventurers and we don't want just the best of the best, the cream of the crop, to get access to everything. It is meant for many people to be able to access and benefit from it. So, you all learned that you were some of the first to receive your third and final location, and were given this abandoned temple, believed to be belonging once to Nethys, but with no real confirmation whatsoever. You really just decided to go for it. Head on in, check it out. It was mid-afternoon by the time you entered the necropolis once more. But for the first time, your way into the temple was not smooth. Instead, a number of thugs and individuals in Jalmarayan garb blocked your way and attempted to maybe shake you down, maybe get you to turn back. You're really not sure. You kind of just killed most of them and let the leader of the group flee and run away.
And they were dressed like the Vanara poachers. We
Yes.
stopped the other day.
There were a couple who were dressed like just regular local Wati street thugs, but there were two specifically dressed in Jalmarayan garb, very similar to the Vanara. They weren't poachers, they were attempting to legally purchase one of the sacred albino crocodiles.
Legally
Here in
purchased
Wati.
the illegal contraband, yes.
Yes, exactly. They didn't know it was illegal. They were told they were allowed to. But sent them on their way, killed some of them, took their stuff, made your way into this abandoned temple that you were very quickly able to confirm belonged, of course, to Nethys. Destroyed a couple skeletal jackals and a few zombies as well. You have seen additional footprints in the dust of this building in the entryway that I believe have led some of you to the conclusion that you may not be alone in this temple at the moment, or someone else at some point may have already come through and done some looting. But we ended off specifically as you all had entered what was listed as the High Priest's quarters on the door in ancient Osiriani, saying all others are forbidden. Silas taking that somewhat literally for now and not entering the room, instead filling the ancient bathtub with water, as he is wont to do. But we ended off as the floor itself seemed to surge and move underneath your feet, the very ground reaching up to strike at you all. And I am going to need everyone to roll initiative for me here.
Perception?
Yes, we will use perception for this.
Game is paused.
That doesn't stop you from rolling initiative, does it?
It might.
It didn't. All right. Well, as this happens, the group takes notice that the floor is reacting. Silas, you are the quickest to react. Being the furthest away, certainly you are the most knowledgeable in regards to what is going on.
Oh yeah, he's all about those animated floors in his
Yeah,
desert,
exactly.
travels as a guide. Does it look like it's just the floor in that room?
Specifically, this part of the floor, not even the entire floor. It's almost like the floor has a massive pimple.
Gross.
Agreed.
Okay, well, I mean, everybody's kind of right next to it, so I don't think people need to move. So I think he's gonna just throw some water at it.
All right, I'll go ahead and reveal the token specifically so that you may attack it here.
Great, do a 2-action blast. I don't think he has any recall knowledge, so I'm gonna try if that would be relevant to this, so bless him. Hooray!
Very nice, a 25 hits. Alrighty. 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you send a burst of water flying into the room past Nebsu and Amenemsu, slashing or slamming into the ground here, which does recoil and jiggle slightly in response to your blow. Anything with your last action, good sir?
Why not just map it up again? Alright, well, we tried.
All right, yeah, this time, unfortunately, it hits the ground, but doesn't seem to have enough force
Yeah, or it
behind
splashes
it.
on it, yeah.
Right. It gets on Nebsu's sword and makes it even more rusty. Usala.
Whoa, it's a magical sword, okay.
Amenensu. Kill it.
Ooh.
Do I have intimidation? I do not.
Go ahead and grab that runic weapon effect on an Emsu as Usala reaches out and enchants your weapon to be just a bit stronger.
I need to get you striking me.
Just, a little bit stronger.
Yeah. That was almost an 18.
Almost. Unfortunately, did you really just try to bite the floor?
No, I targeted the... Yeah, actually, yes.
I think we know why it didn't go well. As you
Those
cast...
spells are 2 actions.
You buff Amenemsu and then look at the floor, nod to yourself, open your mouth, and crack a tooth.
Yep.
Nebsu.
Nailed it.
Show him what to actually do. Please.
Fighter does fighter things. And misses.
A 17, unfortunately, does just barely miss while you're sort of surrounding this with Usala.
Does it have the off guard?
It does. That's why it just barely missed while you're surrounding.
Alright.
Let's start early on the hero points.
It's never too early to start on the hero points.
Oh.
It's too early to start on the hero points. Can we go back real quick? I take it back, please.
And it's dead.
No, thankfully. Oh my god, he just might be.
And it's dead.
That's attack number 1.
as you slam down your blade, cracking the stone floor of the building in response, and causing it to visibly deflate slightly.
That's attack number 1 is such a flex.
Alright, and then we'll use exacting strike.
All
So if I
right.
miss, it won't
I do assume your first strike was a
snagging.
snagging strike, yes.
Oh my god.
Hi.
I'm really sorry.
Nah, oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god!
We did it. Da, da, da,
Why am I
da,
casting
da,
spells
da.
when you exist?
Hey, you're providing flanking. You're there. You're helping.
Huh.
Nat 20.
My god.
So, I thought it was very fitting when I rolled a natural 1 on this creature's initiative. 'Cause, it's the first time you guys are showing up. It's not actually attacking you guys. The floor just quite literally raised slightly, and you guys decided violence was the choice.
Micamole.
And,
Kill it!
I mean, Nebsu, as you slam your blade down into the ground twice, the floor cracks and shatters underneath you. And
Midnight.
completely
Shatter.
deflates.
that was
Well,
interesting.
good
So,
combat, y'all.
Recall knowledge.
Yeah, go for it. The floor was possessed, Amanemsu. I don't know what to tell you. That was truly a
Hell
dangerous encounter.
Yeah, Almanemsu just looks at his rapier, looks at the floor, looks at Nebsu, looks at Usala, puts his rapier away. Okay, well.
It lasts
these
for a
doors-
minute if you want to rush.
Yeah, like, both these doors appear locked, so Dusel is trying to rush through the door.
Unfortunately, the door is locked, you idiot.
I know, I said that. Nebsu, would you kill the door?
It's a stone door.
There was a stone floor, Jericho. That didn't stop him.
Touche!
Fair enough.
What a conundrum!
He's already killed a 6 in this room. Kill another 6.
We'll let our
Yeah.
lockpick.
Certainly. Yeah, you may...
So do I just target the door and do
Uh,
a thievery check?
Yeah, absolutely. Target the door.
Yes, target the door.
Yeah, go
I
ahead
feel like it's been
and
a while since I've done this.
give me a thievery check to try and pick the lock. It's an old-looking lock, but does appear to be quite sturdy.
Nice.
A 23 is a success, thankfully. It does take multiple actions to do this, because that is how locks in Pathfinder work. But I'm not going to force you to consistently roll. We are simply going to say it does take a small period of time more than anything else. So, you guys had entered this room, were looking around, saw the multiple doors, the floor began to rise slightly, and you just immediately beat it into submission, destroyed that section of this temple's floor. Speaking of which, what was that? One of the Pharasman rules about taking care of the structures you are exploring?
Well, this is a
Sure.
temple to Nethys, though, so.
I don't know if Pharasma allows a flying inside a temple to another god.
I mean, they control the city, so...
I never signed a contract.
You did. It was a contract of faith.
I didn't sign anything.
You guys put your names in the jar that counted as your signatures. Sorry.
Silas didn't.
You officially joined the Silver Masks in an adventuring capacity, therefore, you are complicit in all damages, and you will be billed accordingly. Thank you for your time.
Good luck
We're
finding me in the
attacked
desert.
by a creature.
They're definitely going to send somebody out here to check on you.
The floor moved slightly. What do you mean you were attacked?
I mean, we were attacked by skeletons. They don't know we did it. It's fine.
Well, yeah, the skeletons you guys absolutely
Drifted
killed. I'm not
lazily to the
arguing that point. The destroyed floor. But
Yeah, when that comes, none of us have hammers. What are you talking about? I used a sword to do that.
yeah.
I mean, people got here before us. They're clearly the ones that broke the floor. We already
Yeah.
know people were here.
All of that joking aside, it takes maybe 20 30 seconds on an Emsu once you put your rapier away for a moment, pull your tools out to quickly and succinctly pick the lock and push the door open into what appears to perhaps be a library of some sort. Numerous sort of stone shelves crowding the space, giving not a lot of room to actually move and maneuver. It does appear like most of the books and scrolls have probably disintegrated just with the passage of time, but there are a few volumes, perhaps engraved on a more durable material, that still endure slightly. Numerous scroll tubes actually litter the floor. The remains of paper and papyrus constantly strewn amidst the dust as well. Since we are opening this door, moving into a new room, I would like to take a moment to determine what specific exploration actions each person is taking here.
Seek.
We'll remain on
Game.
search.
Always.
Always avoid notice.
Oh, search. There it is.
Any relevant rolls? Let's go ahead and make those now. Okay. Fantastic. Usala detecting magic, Nebsu keeping a lookout, Silas sort of holding back, doing his best to hide his presence. Amanemsu truly just taking a look around and doing his best to keep his eye on things. You guys are free to sort of enter the room and take a look around. There's a couple things in here that'll certainly catch your interest.
You'd think a priest of Nethys would have a spell or two to keep things from disintegrating.
The weight of time gets in the way of all.
True, time isn't one of his domains.
As you... Only one person has stepped into the room. Truly nothing has gone wrong, believe me. As much as I wish it had. Taking a look around as you all begin to enter the space. There are a number of books and documents that do still survive and could, of course, be gathered up, which would take some time, potentially organized, and then sold to various parties if you wished to make a profit off of the information here. Usala, your detect magic does go off. And Amanemsu, there are a few things in particular you notice as you are looking around. There is, of the numerous scroll tubes on the floor, one of them in particular is open, the contents having not disintegrated, and there is an unrolled papyrus scroll on the ground next to it, like discarded there. There are a couple other like scrolls and scroll tubes on the shelves. You also notice that there's a slight discoloration in the wall up here.
Good find.
So, open documents on the floor, rolled up documents on the shelves, what appears to be a discolored panel on the wall that you recognize as simply just like a flat panel that's carved to look like the rest of the stone, but could be flipped open and is definitely hiding something.
And was this, before we went in, was this a 2-story temple?
No, actually. This appears to be the main chamber. You don't have a lot of light to really see into it well at the moment. But you saw into it slightly from the main entrance. It is the main worship hall of the temple, I suppose. There's a star-shaped fountain near the entrance with a pool, and you were able to barely make out sort of a raised dais, taking up the back section of the room, and that seems to be what you are near now.
Sure. So like high ceilings, but not.
High ceilings in
Yeah.
in this main chamber in particular. Everywhere else is decently low.
Cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. What would we like to take closer looks at, if anything?
What was that discolored thing on the wall someone found?
Yeah. Amenemsu, if you want, you are free to sort of flip it open, take a look, and you find another sort of not quite padlock, but combination lock, it seems, in the wall.
Okay. I'll examine it for traps first.
Doesn't seem to be trapped as far as you can tell.
Cool.
Does-
Then yeah, all set to figuring out.
Cracking
You
that
said
code?
combination lock.
Appears to be, yeah.
Can I use a brass ear to give me a +1 or something
Oh.
for my thievery check? This.
I like that idea. Why not? Sure. Yeah, we'll give you a +1 circumstance bonus for the brass ear on this.
Hell yeah.
While Amenemsu is setting about trying to crack that code, anything the rest of you would like to do or look at in particular here?
Oh, I was just wondering if Nethus had like a holy number or something.
No. Numbers are not typically within the divine purview of most deities.
I'll try to find any books that seem particularly useful or valuable.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me a society check, real quick.
I would love to give you a society check. Public?
Yes, that's fine for this. Loved how you named that circumstance bonus on Amenemsu. Okay.
Oh.
A 12 certainly is not a success.
How about a 23?
23, very nice. As Amenemsu, it's definitely taking longer than you would expect. There's quite... Honestly, many of the etched numbers have sort of faded as well, just from the dial, so it's a little hard to specifically make sure you're not accidentally redoing the same number in some places. So it's definitely going to take a hot minute to crack. Here in this first moment, it's certainly not a success, and by now your runic weapon will have worn off.
Mm-hmm. Can I take a bit of a water skin and maybe some of the soap and clean it off a little bit?
Sure, yeah, I'll say that's solid for trying again. While you are doing that, Usala, you take a look around, and there's a couple things that catch your attention. Most of the documents in this library are of interest. And there is something that catches your attention in particular that confirms the name of this place to be the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye. You can probably gather these documents pretty easily, but if you wanted to actually sort them into a coherent sort of organized pile such that you could actually find buyers for it, that's going to take a hefty amount of time to accomplish.
We can do it on the way out. We've got nothing but time.
Yes.
I see. It was the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye.
Sanctum of the Erudite Eye. Yes. And I will put that in chat for everyone. In total, though, you make a quick estimate. You might be able to find somewhere in the realm of 100 gold for all of the documentation that's left over here. It's valuable stuff. You do also find, amidst the scroll tubes, two things that are not pertaining to normal documentation and the like, but the runes drawn upon them are much more of the magical variety.
Sorry, what was the magical
You
stuff?
find 2 spell scrolls.
2 spells. Oh.
Yes, in total. They do appear to be different spells. One is divine and occult. The other one appears to be divine, occult, and primal. And that sort of opened scroll on the ground also catches your attention. It's similarly to everything else written in ancient Osiriani, but at a quick glance, it seems to deal with like the magicians of Osirion's first age being able to not not corral elementals, but forcefully shape them and bind them to give them new form and purpose. Definitely going against their nature, but hey, when you're a powerful magician, who cares about the thoughts and opinions of other sentient creatures, am I right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to agree with that. So, there's... Give me a recall knowledge if you want to take some time to read this, actually.
Yeah, while they're picking the lock,
Yeah.
sure.
And Amanemsu, you can give me a new thievery check whenever you would like.
All right. I will be prepping to shove Amanemsu out of the way if something.
Fantastic. I was about to ask. While Amanemsu is doing this, Usal is looking over the documents. Nebsu, you are prepping to shove. Silas, what are you thinking of doing around this time?
I think he's
this whole
just
period.
standing quietly over here and kind of just
Nice.
listening
better.
to the wind, or lack thereof.
Sure. Can you give me a perception check real quick, then?
Oh, sure.
For no particular reason, I swear.
Just tell me what the wind sounds like.
Let's see. What languages do you speak? Fantastic. Not many.
Silas isn't the most learned, if you'll recall. He's not stupid, but, you know, he's desert smart.
I like to give you guys the benefit of the doubt sometimes. I know that's a mistake on my part. You're right. You don't really hear wind right now. It is, aside from yourselves, pretty much abjectly quiet in this place. However, from deep within the darkness, within the chamber and above the dais itself, you hear a quiet voice echo out and directly into your mind. You are not devout. Be gone from this place.
I think he'll, like, turn and be like, to see it if anybody else. Because, you know, if it's, like, kind of quiet,
Yeah.
you're like, did somebody say that? Like, well, I don't know. I've never had somebody speak into my mind before, personally. I can't speak from experience, but...
Yeah, it's not a daily occurrence for you? Come on. What are you doing?
Yeah,
That's
people
what I
do.
Dude, I get that like 10 times a day.
That might be a problem, actually.
What did the voices tell you to do?
Play Pathfinder.
But yeah, when it seems like, I imagine that, you know, nobody's obviously reacting.
Yeah, everyone else is absorbed in their own thing at the moment.
Well, he has no idea where that came from, obviously. Because
Somewhere in the darkness. You should go check it out on your own, I promise.
there's something out there speaking into my mind. You best hurry up.
Is my detect magic still going off with these scrolls identified, or I guess not identified, but recognized?
Once you clock the scrolls and cast Detect Magic again, nothing else pings it for now.
Interesting. Nothing within 30 feet. It must be further away.
And unfortunately, looking through that scroll for now, like, it's interesting. It's about elementals and whatnot, and forcing them into different things, but nothing out of the ordinary really catches your attention out of it. Just neat little tidbits. Throw it in the rest of the documents. Keep it off to the side. As you are finishing up that, and Silas hears this voice, Amanemsu, with a satisfying click after cleaning up the dial a little bit and being able to see it a bit better, the door opens. And I am going to immediately need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no. What is that?
As
Oh,
the
cute.
door, a hidden door in the wall, slides open and into a small empty space for the most part. There's a few things on the ground and on a few small shelves, but there are a pair of scrolls hanging from the wall, and the moment the door opens, they rip themselves free from the wall and seem to try and fly towards you. As little, what appear to be animated scrolls come attack you guys. I love these
Watch out for
goofballs.
paper cuts.
Can we read any of the writing?
Not while they're wiggling so fast.
It took
Ah,
me too
darn.
long to realize they were scrolls and not like a little crane arm.
When you're zoomed out, they really do look not like a scroll.
I thought they were like firearms tied into the wall. Just shooting me.
Ancient
Buckle up,
Osirion
boom.
had guns before
Well, it's like when you
Arcadia.
go back
Crossbows.
enough in time, you're
Time
actually
is a
like,
circle, yeah.
yeah, actually like on the cutting edge. Like the Aslanti, right? Like they were
Right,
just like
right.
doing all the cool stuff, and then they all died.
I guess it's time for another Earthfall then.
Hey, wait.
Amanemsu, can I get your initiative roll, please? And I will actually say you are welcome to roll thievery for initiative, since you were focused on picking the lock right up until this happened.
Okay. Do I get to add my bonuses?
No. I mean, if you have like an item that gives you specifically a bonus to thievery, yes, but not from the brass ear or
Ear
any of
trumpet.
that. Yeah, no.
Ah, darn.
Good try.
Do it anyways, just for fun.
You rolled a
Oh,
thievery
wait,
check, not
no.
an initiative roll, Amanemsu. What is you doing?
Oh, that's right.
Thankfully, I can just set that to be your initiative.
Oh, good, because I like that number better.
Which actually, the benefit of that is seeing these scrolls wiggle and squirm as the door opens and you pull your tools back. You are the first to act.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I am going to try and tumble through to this side,
Sounds good.
and I need to target that guy and do a tumble through. There it is. 21 enough? Baby?
That is an exact success.
Hell yeah. Which, because of tumbling teamwork, my compatriot, who is also adjacent, can take a step if he wants to.
As a
So,
reaction
Nebsu.
specifically.
Oh no! And he
So,
hasn't gone yet, so he doesn't.
Nebsu, no, I do allow people to have their reactions before their initiative
Oh.
because I think it's dumb that they don't. So, Nebsu, you are welcome to use your reaction to step here.
No, thank you.
It will prevent you from potentially reactive striking.
Yeah, when these things are tiny, which means they're gonna trigger.
They're gonna move.
Yeah. Well,
Are
one
we
of them
assuming
won't
reach of
now,
0?
They're tiny. That's how they exist, yeah. Unless they're holding a reach weapon, their reach is 0. Just you wait for me to cast a spell. It's over for you at that point.
I mean, they could be magic scrolls.
I mean, they are scrolls.
They look to be scrolls.
It spends itself, kills itself, casts fireball.
Anything else with your turn here, Eminem? So you've got 2 actions left.
We'll go ahead and do a quick draw. Let's stay right here. Oh, that's why. Yeah, there we go.
Are you sure you didn't want to end your move, like, in this space for me? Just as a favor, like, friend to friend, player to GM. You rub my back, I rub yours, things like that.
But you don't ever.
Well, you're in
rubber band.
Texas and I'm in Indiana, so.
I don't know. I think I gave Nebsu 2 crits against the floor earlier. That's got to count for
Gave him?
something.
Did
Yes.
you though?
Yeah.
Did you though?
Mr. Foundry is on my payroll.
Why isn't this? Isn't that? Why is it not striking? There it goes.
I do not know.
To
There
be
we
fair, we're 1 hero point down.
You're 1 hero point down. And 1 enemy down as well. A
Now, do I
26
have to have-
absolutely succeeds.
Do I have to have? Is there? It's a feat that they're off guard to me if
When you tumble,
if
yeah,
I tumble
yeah.
through.
Yes,
Yeah,
tumble
okay.
behind is the feat you're thinking
Tumble
of.
behind. That's what it is. Okay.
So
It's level
unfortunately, no off guard to you right now, so no sneak attack. You gotta make your recall knowledges, Aminemsu. What are you doing?
I do. Well, I
Uh,
thought I was being so clever with the tumbling teamwork.
Hey, I liked it. Go ahead and give me that damage roll, though. Because, hey, 2 points of damage is not nothing. It's definitely
More than
something.
nothing.
It is a non-zero amount of damage. And I could
just
not be more proud of you.
remembering, finally. Oh yeah, wait. I forgot to recall knowledge. Here we go.
Yeah. What would you like to know about these
Let's do
things?
that thing. Let's see. What are they?
Yeah, I give that as a part of a successful roll. You do still get the combat
Oh,
question.
sweet. Nice. Lowest save.
Lowest
Yes.
save, yeah. I like to give
For
highest
castles.
and lowest together because I'm a nice person. This is a
Aw.
Guardian Scroll. It's, a typically innocuous-looking scroll that does have sort of razor-sharp edges for the most part. It is a construct that is
Give me a
designed...
paper cut.
Exactly. Its melee attack is called Slice. It is... it's a little scroll construct, usually used to protect places like libraries. Nothing particularly special. There likely was some sort of password to disable them when this compartment was open, but I mean, it's been thousands of years since this place fell to ruin. Very unlikely the password has survived to the modern day for you to have even known about it. So don't feel too bad. However, taking a look at this thing, one of the things that is important to note, it is not a mindless construct. They are semi-intelligent creatures. But they are
But only
also...
what's written on it.
Yeah, exactly. They are at the same time scraps of paper, so fortitude saves, not going to be great. Quite literally just rip them. But they're wily little bastards. And as you perhaps noticed with your tumble through that just barely succeeded, they are quite dexterous and quick in the air, so they are certainly going to have a high reflex save. And with that, Nebsu, that will bring us to your turn. Unfortunately, you get to go before them. I think I'm just going to start auto-putting you to the bottom of initiative after this, for the sake of maybe getting a turn myself.
Initiative at disadvantage for everyone.
Hey, it makes
Exactly.
your job easier, doesn't it?
Kill the
Yeah.
bottom one.
You want me to attack the bottom one?
Yeah. It has worse cover from me. Or better cover, I guess.
What the heck?
Okay. I'll
That's the
listen to
reasoning.
Snake Man.
You missed again?
Mm,
Is it time for hero point number 2?
Did he though?
No, I'll let you have this one.
Thank you. I appreciate the pity. I will take full advantage of it and not feel bad at all.
And I will swing again.
I had something I was about to look up, and then I got into describing things
Oh.
and failed. That is a
Not a
regular
crit.
hit.
Wow.
You think a 25 is going to be a regular crit in this day and age at level 3?
I don't know. He rolled an
Did-
18.
He did. But he had
Did
math.
did that 2 damage even do anything since they're constructs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are constructs, but they do not have construct armor.
Ah, all right.
Not all
so
constructs
probably
have construct armor.
10
These are just
damage,
regular. Oh
Make a
boy.
construct out of paper.
And is snagged.
Nice.
Fantastic. Notably, interestingly enough, perhaps, slashing damage does not appear to be more effective than you would hope against them. You cannot cut the paper. The fact that
Unexpected.
snagging strike has no caveats and it can literally every attack can be a snagging strike is wild to me.
Not even a flourish.
Yeah, not even a flourish, not a prez, it's just good. Go wild.
Better strike.
Anything
I don't
for
know.
last action?
I don't know if these things can see, but I will glare at the one closer to Aminemsu and intimidate it.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah, that's a basic action, right? Demoralize. Ooh.
Boo?
Oh yeah, my demon mask.
Oh.
You do have your cursed demon mask. That is a success, and because they are intelligent constructs, it can be frightened. A number of the
Incredible.
letters on the page immediately rearrange themselves to just say, ah!
That's my turn.
Fantastic. That is going to bring us to that frightened Guardian Scroll's turn, and it is going to step into Aminemsu's space here. And it's gonna slice! Which I think misses. Guys, I have unfortunate news. It's the only thing I can do. The second verse, same as the first. Do it again. Why'd you kill my cool enemy so quickly? Huh? Why'd
Oh,
you
the
leave my
frightened!
the frightened saved him. Fantastic.
Every plus one matters.
That is going to bring us to the other scroll's turn. Nemsu, I have a question for you, and please don't take this the wrong way. Do you breathe?
You would ask the hard questions.
I would, yeah.
Let me look at living construct here. You don't need to breathe, eat, drink, or sleep.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. Does this creature know that the fully armored person wielding a blade against them doesn't need to breathe? Probably not, right?
Make
That's
a recall knowledge.
more for their -4 intelligence to handle. So it's going to step into your space, Nebsu. And it's going to slice at your neck. Yeah, tiny creatures can step. What are you looking down on tiny creatures for? They're only the worst type of creature.
Isn't a step for them 2.5 feet?
No.
Guess not.
Step is still 5 feet.
Yeah.
Their movement speed is still 25 base.
It just looks weird.
It does look
Faster
weird.
than a dwarf.
Tiny creatures.
Yes, it is a little goofy, but technically works, and I will, you know what, you killed my funny enemy in
Yeah,
2
no,
hits.
that's
I'm taking full advantage of this.
Of course.
Which is why I will also roll a 2 to hit. Foundry, I know we had a conversation about upping the players' rolls here, right? We wanted to make them feel good. You weren't supposed to reduce my rolls at the same time, okay? Can we fix that a little bit? Thanks. Sorry about that. I'm back, everyone. We're going to hit you again here, just because I can. And miss again. Fantastic. doing my best here as the paper scrolls go wiggling out towards the two of you, attempting to slice through your sets of armor, but failing to do so in any meaningful way. Silas, that will bring us to you. As far as you can tell, you are unnoticed by these scrolls so far.
Oh, I don't know. So I'm hidden?
You are. They would be off guard to you.
Oh, okay. Great.
Realistically, I should mention, these shelves, you can see through them just fine. They are going to provide lesser cover to making ranged attacks through them.
That's fine. He'll target the one by Amanemsu then.
Sure. Hitting there. So many people in the way. So let me go ahead and give that boy his cover.
But he is off guard to me.
He is off guard to you because he does not yet notice you.
All right. And we know that types of damage didn't really matter, right?
Slashing did not deal anything extra to it. You have not tested other damage types.
Piercing?
All right, we'll try piercing. Yeah.
Sure.
The rapier?
Oh, that is true. The rapier did hit, and piercing did not do any extra damage to it either.
All right. Well, I doubt bludgeoning is going to do anything, so we'll just go with piercing.
Paper does beat rock.
Exactly. I mean, Silas, you play a lot of rock paper scissors when you're out in the desert by yourself.
Against yourself?
Yeah.
Do you make
Just
sand
throw it
sculptures to
both
play
hands at the
against?
same time.
A 23 will indeed hit, my good sir. Of the little bubble sound it made. 10 points of piercing damage as an arrow of water goes flying forward and pierces through that scroll. Of course, making them both very clearly aware of your presence.
Yeah, that's fine. And then he'll throw another one at the one by Nebsu. 'Cause
Sure.
It's off guard because of we like snagging strength.
Yeah.
Does it have weakness to water damage?
It's probably fire damage, would be my guess. But yeah, maybe the ink runs. Yeah, does the ink run?
Maybe.
It doesn't look like it. The water damage isn't even a thing. You can do cold damage.
Cold. Well, it has the water trait, and creatures can be weak to that.
I guess that's true.
This is not.
Oh, good job.
That's another hit. Are you telling me you don't have versatile blast to deal fire damage with your water elemental? Come on, Silas. What are you doing?
Why would he have that?
You got to dehydrate people in the desert when they're chasing you.
No, he believes in hydrating people.
I'm so proud of you.
Drink the cactus juice.
I ran a session last night where, like, actual dehydration for characters was a legitimate issue, and we had multiple characters almost die because of it. And just every time I brought it up, I just kept having to drink water because it made me thirsty. Speaking of which, it's making me thirsty now.
The snagging striked one.
Mm-hmm. What are you hitting it with?
The power of my ancestors compels me to shoot better.
Your entire family tree immediately appears on this scroll as it rearranges itself. Nebsu, you get a great look at Usala's ancestors.
Spoilers.
It's just a little portrait. It's like 244p on there. Phase Bolt getting to ignore cover.
More cover.
26 absolutely hits.
Damage. Get him.
Fantastic.
It's a pretty good spell. I should have had this the whole time.
And you did put the Ancestral Memories effect on yourself for the +1,
I did.
correct? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I
Just
missed the
making
crit by
sure.
1.
You did. I just wanted to make sure you got it. As the bolt.
Did you take his cover away?
I did. I didn't have it on him there.
Okay.
So truly
And he was
just
off
missed by
guard and
1.
everything.
Yep. You got it all. Don't you worry. Your little horns. Amanemsu, we are back to you as this scroll is flapping around your head, trying to slice into your neck, and failing miserably.
Well, I guess I'd better attack it, or do I need to get away from it before I do that?
No, you can attack it in that space.
Okay.
Would you like to perhaps try a recall knowledge or something similar, like a feint, to make it off guard first?
Yep. Let's go ahead and do that. What is the feint?
It is deception-based to feint. Or there is, of course, create a diversion to make yourself
We're going to learn
hidden
about
to
it.
them.
We'll try reading it.
Yeah. Any further questions you've got about them?
Any weaknesses?
Any weaknesses? Unfortunately, in this moment in time, you are not able to think of anything. That was a failed recall knowledge attempt.
Oh, bummer.
So,
Okay.
no bonuses for you.
No bonuses.
But an 18
You're gonna
will
miss.
just barely miss. Oh.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I believe. Don't let
Thank
Nebsu kill all my enemies again, please. At least kill it yourself.
Just kill yourself.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Probably not.
Please, please, please,
Nope.
please, 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 please. No! Oh, a tragedy. It just barely sort of twisting out of the way, and even as it gets hit by Silas's water and the ink begins to run a little bit, it manages to avoid the brunt of your blows. And Nebsu, we are over to you. Can I ask you for a favor before you do anything?
What's that?
Please don't.
You do know that fighters are supposed to kill things, right? Like, that's his one job.
I'm aware, but, like, we can break the mold.
If I'm
Well, then don't have
here,
enemies
is
to
that
fight.
flanking with him?
If you are, you would not be flanking with him there,
Yeah, I didn't
unfortunately.
think so. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
If I had misplayed and placed his token right there, you would have been flanking, but...
yeah. Obviously.
Did you just say obviously?
I'm
Damn.
gonna start by attacking the guy in my square. I'm gonna have to move for a sec just to target him.
Yeah, go for it.
So, snagging strike. Here we go.
I have an amount of hit points left.
No.
You get a hero point back.
No, he doesn't.
No, do we not do that anymore?
No. You were playing with
Oh.
Keelys. Your hero points are far better anyways. There will be no refunding hero points here. Can you go back to that Nat 1 real quick, please, and just leave it there?
You should have refunded the hero point.
Yeah.
I stick to my guns. Let it be known that I cannot be bought. But I will lock Amenemsu in the room with the other scroll out of spite. As the first of these scrolls is chopped in half by your blow, Nebsu.
Yay.
Fantastic.
Will that one have cover from here?
I think if you try and attack from there, I am going to give it lesser cover.
Okay.
Just because you are trying to hit through and around the door frame. No, it won't.
Step in. Just a normal old snagging strike here.
Hey, stop.
9 damage.
9 points of damage. I'm alive. I get one more turn to try and do something.
Yay.
I'm gonna hit Amenemsu.
No.
His face irks
Wow, the
me
guy
right
that
now.
hasn't even hit him.
Yes.
this turn.
I've done it. Praise be. Amenemsu, as it finally manages to catch the side of your neck a little bit. It is 6 points of slashing damage, but it does cause you to begin to bleed, as it is a pretty gnarly paper cut. It is going to use its second action to attempt to grab you. And sort of wrap around your head. I'm hoping for the best here. I really want to do the cool thing these guys can do. Please, dice. Let's go. It succeeds. And so not only is it grabbing you right now, Amanemsu, but it is wrapped entirely around your head, directly blinding you and beginning to suffocate you.
Oh, shoot.
And it is going to use its last action to begin constricting. So please give me a fortitude save as it just begins to wrap tighter around your head.
It would be a fortitude save.
Ooh.
That's a tragedy. You are just fine.
Nice.
Thankfully, managing to sort of just tense your neck briefly and keep it from actually tightening, keeping your breath at the moment. Silas, it is your turn, though. As you see, this scroll is now wrapped sort of entirely around... I can put it right on his head on the token art.
I'm kind of sad that Silas wasn't the one.
Look,
Remember, guys, he can hold his breath forever.
I'm so proud of you, but maybe you should walk into danger next time.
No, he averts danger. That's why he's still alive in the desert. He's always-
Well,
Okay, well, as a player, I have a sneaking suspicion if I attack the scroll, it's gonna hurt Amanemsu, but that's kind of how you gotta get rid of those things. So,
I would never.
I mean, it's not you; it's how some of these monsters work.
You think I didn't design these stat blocks?
I don't think you did.
I actually kind of
Maybe.
did. Things like the Guardian Scroll are not stat blocks from 2E. I've had to sort of build them myself. I had a conversion I'm working off of, but a lot of changes I've done myself. And a 13, unfortunately, will not hit.
All right, we'll just splash some water in there.
I did not put the cover on, but that will be an exact hit with cover. Fantastic. You are absolutely correct, though. It does deal half damage to itself, and Amanemsu, you will also take half damage from this blow, please.
Classic
As
Pyro monster.
the impact slams into both of you.
Hey, be happy it wasn't a Nebsu crit.
I'm getting waterboarded.
What were you about to say there?
I'm getting motorboarded over
Waterboard?
here. Oh, looks like motorboating is a little bit different. Oh my god.
Usala, that is going to bring us to your turn.
I find out Amanemsu has enormous pectoral muscles.
Rank 0 force.
Thinking about Nebsu.
Force Bolt! Yippee.
Let's go.
That's a hit. Thank you for hitting your own party member.
I mean, we don't have a choice. He's the one that
Get
got
off.
his head grabbed.
Hey, it's avoiding cover.
Go
Is
pull it
Amanemsu
off.
not cover?
No.
Okay, well.
You're smacking Amanemsu's face with a
He
thin
has
layer
more
of
hit points than it
paper in
does.
between it.
He'll
So,
live longer than it will.
once more, Amanemsu, I do still need you to take the half damage from the Elemental Blast and the half damage from this Phase Bolt as well.
Oh, okay, there.
As you
Oh,
and
there-
this scroll are sharing damage.
We're just punching him in the face with
Pretty
Should
much,
be
yeah.
off guard though, right?
The scroll?
Yeah, snagging struck him.
Fuck!
Was it 26 a crit?
No. Not in the slightest. But yeah, off guard. Which would not have turned Silas's first attack into a hit, for reference's sake.
You need a 29 or 30.
Amanemsu, that brings us to your turn. You are bleeding, suffocating, and blinded and grabbed right now. Have fun.
And getting
And a
punched
partridge
in
in
the
the
face with water,
Right.
and bolts of force.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get this thing off my face.
Being
if I can,
motorboated
so
by
I
a
need
scroll, apparently.
Mm,
Let's see
Yeah,
here.
you can absolutely target it and attempt to escape if you'd like.
Yeah, is that a acrobatics?
It is acrobatics, athletics, or your unarmed attack, whichever is best. It is in the basic action macros, and
Yeah,
will automatically
definitely going to
do
be
whatever
doing
is your best.
acrobatics. Oh.
And I will not force you to roll the flat check for blinded because it's attached to your head. It's not hard to locate it.
How is... That's weird. So escape acrobatics is +10 here, but it's +11 acrobatics on my sheet.
What is...
Oh no, okay, that's really weird. Okay. Anyways, it's +11 here. It's definitely...
That is very strange. But a
Maybe 20?
20 will succeed as you manage to rip it off of your face and get it sort of floating in the air once more around you.
Learning
It is
by
off guard.
osmosis.
It's
does
off
not
guard.
work.
It is off guard.
Yay,
You are
it's off
hitting
guard.
with a map, though, unfortunately, since escape is an attack action.
Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, I'll go ahead and try and hit it still.
But again, please kill it before we get back to Nepsu's turn. That's not what I'm asking you to do. That's the opposite of an Nepsu. Please.
I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to try and restrain it for Nebsu.
Ooh.
Oh, that's on a map too, isn't it?
Yes.
Dang it.
But hey, if you
I'm doing
crit
it
fail,
anyways,
it'll be really
hell
funny.
You
Yeah.
failed.
Trust me, it'll be real funny if you crit fail.
Where is that? Grapple. There it is.
Yes. And if you are doing it with just a free hand, make sure you are doing the agile version of it.
Yeah.
Because your unarmed attack does have the agile trait.
Not bad.
No,
Still
it's only a regular failure. Amenemsu, you were so close to greatness. It was going to get to wrap your head right back up if you crit failed. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, Nebsu. Have fun. As you do take a bit of bleed damage, Amenemsu, but the wound very quickly stops bleeding any further. It's a paper cut. It's not going to bleed for too terribly long. Your dice are
Alrighty.
very
I'm not gonna
polarizing
use my
tonight,
last
Nebsu.
point for that.
Are you sure you don't want to use them all in the first half of session?
Pretty damn sure.
Fair enough.
I will exacting strike.
Okie doke. That is a hit. Phenomenal.
9.
Who's this phenomenal?
Me. You have a problem with it?
Maybe.
Tough shit.
And then attack numero 3 with my gauntlet.
Sure. Go for the smack.
Yep. No.
It misses. I get one more turn. Yippee. Which means... Amenemsu, I promise you it's nothing personal. I would go against Nebsu, but you're just kind of right here. And if I move, I'm gonna eat shit. So... Truly nothing personal. I have nothing but respect for you. But I do need you to go ahead and take 6 points of slashing damage and start bleeding again. Okay? Thank you. And then I am going to wrap around your head once more, just because I can. Except I won't this time. Shit. Well, I guess I'll just paper cut you to death. Let's go! Real gaming hours. For another 7 points of slashing damage. And Amenemsu, quite literally, death by about 3 cuts. And the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, I think a lot of that was from friendly fire.
Whoa, it was only 7 points of damage from friendly fire, all right? Between the two of us. Like, that was not very
Hey,
much.
that racks up.
It does.
That's nearly like 22% of Amenemsu's max HP. Silas, it is back to your turn as you see Amenemsu collapse to the ground, and the Guardian Scroll is kind of out of sight to you at the moment at this point. Usala, are you not on the actual grid normally? I am going to start imposing penalties if you keep trying to do that. You know that's not okay. You've been asked not to do that.
I wasn't doing it on my turn.
I don't care.
Okay.
Please do not do that.
Okay.
I apologize, Silas.
So can you see it?
From there, you can see it hovering in the air. Yeah, it is going to have some slight bit of cover just because there is a corner in the way. But it is still there. It is still floating.
All right, he'll do a 1-action slash of water at it.
That's a big old hit. And
That cover.
unfortunately missing the crit, but probably going to be enough. I lied. Not quite enough.
And then he's gonna reach down and touch Amenemsu.
Wanna touch somebody?
And heal him for 10.
Nice.
Take it.
Fantastic. Amenemsu, you are on the ground and you're still bleeding, but with Silas's help, you do find yourself jolting back to consciousness with the scroll in tatters still floating in the air a bit. Usala, that is your turn.
Done.
Phase Bolt. Yeah, that's going to do it. Fantastic. And Amenemsu, the moment you open your eyes, a bolt of amethyst magic comes flying over your head and slams through the scroll, causing it to lose whatever it had powering it and collapse down to the ground. And that will bring an end to initiative.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to stop his bleeding.
Yeah, we're not really in danger at
you
this
don't?
point in time.
Okay.
I mean, you can make checks if you want to.
No, that's fine.
But I think realistically, you have everyone here. You could probably pretty easily stanch the bleeding without much issue. So we will say you are able to get rid of that persistent bleed before you take any more injury from it, Amenemsu.
Thank you.
This is why I don't read. It's dangerous. Because remember, everybody was like journaling detailed notes, and Silas is just like doodling. It's just like his journal is just, remember, it's maps. So everything is just maps, but there's no writing on it.
All right. As you all have a moment to sort of look around this space, it's small. It's not a large chamber by any stretch of imagination. There is a couple of small tables with numerous items of interesting value to them, perhaps. There are, first and foremost, a pair of magic scrolls. Those are the easiest to identify as valuable items. There is what appears to be a small staff off to the side. Many of you might actually recognize this as a scroll staff specifically, something that is able to have a scroll inscribed within it to allow the caster to cast that single spell freely without having to draw a scroll. This one does appear to have a scroll already inscribed on it. There is a couple, or really just a single vial of ink with like a red hue glowing from it, and a couple of arcane runes on the glass vial of it. And there are 2 stone tablets of direct interest sitting on the separate tables. The first of which is a granite tablet that looks like it's maybe been broken off of a larger origin. It is engraved with the same sort of just general phrase in multiple languages, and does appear to be enchanted in some way. For IRL purposes, it's very much sort of like a Rosetta Stone, where it's just multiple languages inscribed on it. But there it does appear to be some form of enchantment on it. The last one is something that does not appear enchanted in any ways, but also is sort of in the place of most prominence inside this small chamber. It is a broken stone tablet written in ancient Osiriani hieroglyphs that appears to be a royal decree of a pharaoh by the name of Khemet II. Which I'm happy to read out if anyone's interested, but if you're just like, hey, cool, valuable stone tablet, I'm happy to just give it to you too.
Does that name spark like a recognition? Did anyone here? Have we heard of this guy? Is he famous?
Anyone who wants to give me a recall of knowledge is certainly welcome to.
I guess ancient Osirian lore might apply, so
Certainly. And Usala, are you back to casting Detect Magic at this point?
In probably read aura in here, so we can identify all these magic items.
Sure. It's strange. You know, the scrolls, the staff, the ink, the first granite tablet, you're able to directly see the runes on them that denote them as being enchanted. You do not see any such runes on this tablet here, this royal decree. However, it does ping as magical.
Interesting.
Amenemsu, you are actually the one who recognizes the name Khemet II. It's an ancient name, but it is one of the pharaohs of Osirion who ruled at some time around negative 1600 AR, and was the founder of Wati.
Oh.
So, you guys have this decree that you're welcome to take a look, read over. You've got multiple magic items at this point that you're welcome to spend some time and identify. It's completely up to you what you would like to do. It is at this point probably approaching 4:30 in the afternoon, so you do still have quite a chunk of afternoon left to yourselves, and many choices of what exactly you would like to do.
Should probably take at least 10 minutes for Ominous to heal.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a look at that tablet.
Sure.
yeah, I'll make a medicine check, I guess. To treat wounds.
Try and treat some wounds for Amenemsu.
Yeah.
Absolutely, go for it.
Targeted treat.
Amenemsu, you are looking over the tablet. Usala and Silas, what about the two of you?
I'm trying to identify some of these scrolls.
Sure. Which one do you want to focus on to start?
The one we found 2 in the first room and 2 in here. So I guess
Correct.
just one of them out of the first room, whichever. The primal or non-primal one.
The one that was just divine and occult?
Yeah.
Sure. Unfortunately, those first 10 minutes, Nebsu, you're trying to treat the wounds, but maybe it's your body isn't quite moving the way you want it to, but like you're able to bandage it up, but not in any way that helps close the wounds super well.
Well, he's immune for an hour. So.
However, I believe, Silas, you are able to heal again after 10 minutes.
After the 10 minutes, yeah. So when that doesn't work, you can splash some more salt water on the wounds.
Fantastic. And is there generally anything you would like to do with that 10 minutes as you heal Amenemsu for a +8?
I mean, he's not looking at scrolls or tablet. I think he's just listening for the wind again and then seeing if the strange voice enters his mind. But no, I mean, this is like probably some of the most boring stuff that could be happening. I'm just like, ooh, let's pour over these documents. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Remember he went to his first library with Amenemsu? That was great.
Just today.
One, I think, helping. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, great.
We'll make a book lover out of you yet.
I don't think so.
In like 4 years'
Welcome
time.
to the party of book nerds.
Amenemsu, go ahead and heal for 8 real quick, as Silas does have the opportunity to provide you some more healing.
Yay.
Usala, taking a look over that first scroll, it's very simple for you to decipher. It is magic that's a bit above your current grade to be able to cast, but it is a scroll of spirit sense as a rank 2 spell. Which allows you to sort of auto-search for haunts and spirits over a 10-minute period while you are in an area. It's an interesting one for sure.
How does casting a occult scroll work if I'm a arcane caster?
Yeah, so normally you would specifically need, whatchamacallit, trick magic item for it. I allow scrolls to be a bit more versatile, and you are able to use it. Are you trained in occultism, by chance?
I might be. I think that's one of my... yes.
Okay. Second and third rank occult spells would require you to be expert in occultism to do. First rank scrolls you can cast as long as you are trained in the skill. Fourth through sixth rank you need to be master, and then 7th through 9th you need to be legendary in the skill to cast them. 10th rank, you have to either have trick magic item or directly be able to cast that tradition of magic to use. That is my restriction to make spell scrolls a bit more viable to people.
Sure.
Of different
Occultism is one of my primary skills. So.
There you go. So you will be able to cast it without any rolls eventually. Amenemsu, taking a look over the royal decree, it's only a fragment of what was likely the entire thing, but it reads, "The high priest of our blessed temple shall take this relic to our new city, where the asp and crook join, and ensure it is never discovered. Treat it with reverence, but conceal it with your most trusted secrets and valuable treasures. Do not attempt its destruction. Do not be tempted by its powers. Let our scandal remain forgotten until this obscenity can be undone."
Ooh.
What do I know about this guy?
Jederet II, you know he was a founder of Wati and a worshipper of Nethys, but that's it.
Ooh, interesting.
I have gone ahead and added this decree to your guys' treasure in the party stash. It does have the statement there, so you can read it at your leisure. This tablet, of course, will sell on its own, but it definitely perhaps seems like there's something interesting about what is written there. Silas, as you are standing and listening before you go over to throw some salt water on Amanemsu and close up his wounds again. The wind continues to remain silent for the most part. Maybe you very slightly hear the sifting of the sands by the entryway as a mild breeze blows through. Eventually, though, after a minute or two of listening, you do hear that voice creep into your mind once more. How long will you defile this holy place?
The voice doesn't like what you all are doing here.
Is Silas saying that with the recognition that you all includes himself?
No.
Okay, cool.
I mean, but Silas also doesn't care about the fire in this place. Like, that's, I mean, you live in the desert, you survive on what you can. Like, this is not what he would choose to do, but he's also like, I don't care.
Tell the voice we have permission.
I mean, remember
from
he
the
broke
Pharaoh
in to this area.
He did.
To track the, like, he didn't care.
Silas's introduction was him breaking the law.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, I'm not saying he's like a rebel. It's just like, that's, he does the right thing. And, like, this isn't hurting anybody. Like, this place is clearly...
the breaks.
Yeah, exactly.
So just tell the voice we're here by royal decree. The Pharaoh told us to be here. Not defiling anything.
There's a lot of identifying to do.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys wanted to say you take like an hour to make sure you can heal up Amanemsu and try and identify a couple more things, I'm happy to do that.
So,
Sure.
we have unlimited time.
Yeah. As far as you're aware. I will say, anyone who wants to, go ahead and give me just like a single recall knowledge for all of the scrolls. And we will still do separate rolls for the staff, the broken tablet, and the ink.
Sure. I'll do the scrolls.
Awesome. And we do know you have a +2 because of read aura at all times. Yeah, Amanemsu, you are feeling good. Let me tell you.
I think that's probably enough.
Most certainly.
Well, I have occultism, so I guess I can
Yeah.
try.
Usala's working on the scrolls for now. With occultism, what would you like to focus on? Just to start, at least.
I guess the ink.
Sure.
Or is that alchemical?
Nope, it is magical. May have actually forgotten to add traits to it when I made that item. Oops.
It's in the name.
What is your occultism modifier, Nemsu? You are targeting Amanemsu still.
Oh, it's a +5 and then
Fantastic.
+7 curse lore, if that matters. But...
No, it is not cursed, as far as you can tell. We will start with the scrolls. Usala, you are pretty easily able to identify them. There is a single rank 1 scroll that is a scroll of infused vitality. This was hidden in the secret nook here. The other scroll that was in this secret nook might be an all-time favorite. It is Knock. Would have been great if, this door wasn't already locked. Or unlocked for you guys.
It was the scroll outside.
The last scroll that was outside was a scroll of second rank Sound Body.
Ooh.
Which is a great way to potentially counteract things like blinded, deafened, dazzled, enfeebled, sickened. Or at the very least, suppress it.
Temporary afflictions, right?
Yes, it attempts to directly counteract an effect that is imposing one of those conditions. If it fails to counteract it, it just suppresses it for a round. It cannot counteract curses, diseases, or conditions that are part of the normal state of the target.
It's like if you cut out someone's eyes, you can't just somebody them, give them sight back.
Right.
You're healed.
A Blood Rager barbarian draining themselves to cast a spell.
Oh.
Sound body doesn't work on drained, but theoretically.
Another similar effect, like exhausted.
Right. If, you smell something real fucking nasty and get sickened, sound body is there for you.
Better than retching.
Nebsu, you are able to identify the ink. It is a set of lover's ink. It is a type of magical ink that is specifically designed to hide the text that is written with it. That is, of course, then able to be revealed by someone else with some ink themselves. But very, very fun if you ever need to write a secret message or perhaps unveil a secret message on something. Would anyone
Is it
like...
one use, or?
It is.
Okay.
This vial is enough to fill a page, effectively, worth of text.
Is it full?
It is.
Okay, so it hasn't been used.
Yeah. Or perhaps some was used already, and this is there to help reveal something that is hidden.
Is the back of the... Is the decree have the hide the secret thing? Or like hide our shame?
Yeah, the decree is what said that.
Is it double-sided?
The back of it doesn't seem to have anything written on it. You can give me a perception check if you want to check for, like, lover's ink written on it.
I would love to. Can I use my smell for that? I don't know if that would do any
Sure.
different.
Why not? Do you have an actual circumstance bonus off of your smell, or is it just imprecise sense?
It's just imprecise.
Cool. You smell for it, you feel for it. You don't find any sign of it, but you do know it is meant to be quite difficult to track. So just because you aren't noticing it doesn't mean it isn't necessarily there. Me clocking that lover's ink actually is not magical. It is truly a just mundane item for some stupid reason. Not alchemical or magical. Pre-remaster Lost Omens books are something else, let me tell you.
I feel like it should definitely be one of those.
It should be, right? It's probably alchemical, realistically.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's derived from inks used by lovers to deliver secret messages. It's absolutely magical. What am I saying? That's magical if I ever heard of it. It's probably a cult. But beyond that, did anyone have any attempts to identify the tablet or the staff?
Oh, do you say it's Desert Lore to identify those?
Honestly, I would
I'm
allow
kidding.
Desert Lore on the stone
Oh.
tablet.
Ancient Osiriani?
Yeah, that's a lore skill, right?
Silas,
I'll just roll another.
I think it is the most fitting that you nat one that as well.
I mean, he probably glances at it and it's like, ugh.
Language. Gross.
It's not. Well, no. It's not like he's illiterate. It's
The
just
written
there's
word.
nothing useful on this map, right? Like, because it's not a map.
Fair. Similarly, Amanemsu, the enchantment of the tablet also boggles the mind for you for now. Nebsu, were you specifically trying to identify the tablet or the scroll?
I mean, are they all gathered around the tablet right now?
Sure.
You're talking about the scroll staff? Yeah.
This is all sort of like generally happening over the course of the hour that you spend.
Alright, we'll do tablet first.
Okay. You do succeed where everyone else has failed, and are able to find a pretty interesting item here. It is a tablet of languages lost. It is specifically, just text It does serve as a translation key between ancient Osiriani, Kellish, and contemporary Osiriani. Most importantly, though, it allows you to cast Translate once per day, and you do not have to be a spellcaster to activate that ability.
Oh, that's cool.
You could also sell it for a couple dozen gold.
I'd rather have.
This is the item I put in the campaign in case no one could speak ancient
I
Osiriani.
think all of us can speak it, right?
You can.
I just
Yeah.
picked it up because I was like, he's in the desert. It makes sense. What else is he going to speak?
It does. It's a super sensible language, but I've had some real crazy players before, let me tell you.
Wow, we're not very smart. Looking at the languages. Intelligence must be our dope stat for everybody.
You...
Except I'm an Emsu.
Yeah. Yeah, I debated throwing mage onto it, but yeah, we weren't allowed to have that. So.
I believe, let me check real quick. The scroll currently within the scroll stuff is also pretty easily, and I believe it is a spell you might know, Usala, or at least have come across before, so I'll just say no additional roll necessary to try and identify it. Currently, the scroll staff has a scroll of pocket library inscribed within it.
My favorite.
And the scroll staff is, of course, a staff that lets you cast the inscribed scroll without needing to hold the scroll already. And the
That's fun.
scroll will just remain in the scroll staff until it's used.
Neat.
So, fun little way to sort of always have a scroll in hand if you've got a staff. Scroll staves and scroll robes are very fun.
So do I know the description of this tablet, the specific one?
The royal decree.
Yeah, like what it says in the tablet of languages lost.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, the
Vow of
language is
fealty.
lost. Yeah. That's interesting for you to come across, Nebsu, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
As it does in 3 different languages, including contemporary Osiriani, as you have been learning it, and Kellish, which I believe you do not speak, is a vow of fealty from Osirion. Doesn't really have the context surrounding it because it doesn't have the remainder of the stone stele that it was a part of, but
yeah.
it definitely is revealing something you are not aware of.
Okay, so them swearing fealty to the Kellish came after.
Goodness, you're making me check my timelines. How dare you do this to me?
Because this has been here since the founding of Wati, right? So,
It has.
and I'm from Wati, so unless
No,
Yeah.
I would say I believe you were aware of the Kellish interregnum. That was probably around the general time. Pulling up my fucking note documents on the timeline. How dare you do this to me?
this will probably be the last time, and then I'll just create your enemies and not look at your timeline.
How dare you ask me for lore information? I'm so excited. No, you are absolutely aware of the interregnum, because the interregnum itself began in like 1532, I believe, sometime around that time period, and your existence was sometime around 2600. Around, sorry, 2485, I believe, was around the timeline of that. So the interregnum had been going on for about 1,000 years already.
Damn.
Don't mind me spouting incorrect information like it's my job. I don't misinform, I just lie.
Okay.
Shall we move on?
I'm definitely feeling a lot better. So, yeah.
Do you want to confront this voice or check the other doors that we've skipped?
The voice in this last hour probably did speak up one or two more times, sounding more and more impatient. Telling you
Let's open
to
here.
leave.
Nobody tells me where
Make
to
a
go except the
tree.
desert.
Get out of here.
Okay.
And I mean, we all have the light spells, but like we don't do it because it blinds.
Right.
So, like,
Someone's got it on them right now.
Speaking of, for instance,
Stepping into this main chamber, I mean, it's like the main cathedral of Nethys, right? There's a domed ceiling about 40 feet up. You are already aware of this from what you could see outside. The platform is elevated about 5 feet above the floor itself, and there is a nearly 15-foot tall statue of Nethys, half white, half black, standing atop a raised dais as well. The actual main platform is tiled in black marble. The dais is tiled in white, with a small red tile to separate them. There is a creature sitting on top of the statue's shoulder, staring in your direction, that perhaps seems to have been the source of the voice. They look, for the most part, humanoid, wearing sort of stitched together clothing, with fewer fingers and toes than a normal person should have, and most importantly is their face. That's not a face. It is a single blue eye surrounded by teeth, taking up the entire forefront of what should be their face, looking a bit something like this.
Oh no.
And they're currently sitting atop of the statue, looking, might I say, very annoyed, if you could tell from the lack
Can
of expression.
I read emotions from a gem surrounded by teeth?
It might be squinting at you. It's hard to tell.
Has it just constantly been yelling at you for like the whole past hours we're identifying all these items?
It's like every 10, 15 minutes, it sends you a message trying to sound maybe imperious and godlike, saying you're defiling this place, leave.
And I like how Silas is just like chilling where Usala is. Like, he was like right there.
Yeah, he was just staring at you in annoyance. As you guys step into this room, light is cast across the entire space, though, and you are able to see this entity in full. We are going to go ahead and take just a quick break here. I need more water, and the rest of you should drink some more water as well. Stay hydrated. It's the desert, and things need to be taken care of. It's the desert. Look, I live in Texas, and it might as well be the desert, okay? This place sucks. So stand up, stretch, grab some water. I will see you all in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, you have stepped into this space, and you have this creature up on the statue, perhaps scowling at you, perhaps looking at you with mirth and amusement. Honestly, it's pretty hard to tell. They're certainly looking at you, though. That you know for certain.
Like the one thing you can tell.
Honestly, first thought that crosses your mind, how does it blink?
Side to side or up and down?
Do the teeth dig in when it does, though? 'Cause that's not a fun thought.
Does it blink like one of those fish that have multiple layers of eyelids?
It might.
Yeah.
But it is... Do you speak to it? Do you say anything? Or do you just have a staring contest here for a hot minute?
What is it?
Give me a recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge. There we go.
That's a solid question. Looking at this thing, it is... I mean, it's a notable type of creature, right? You're looking at that and you're going, oh, there's only so many types of creatures that can look like a person with a giant eye for a face, right? That's a div. Which, from what you're aware of, divs are a type of unholy fiend that were once genies, bound to serve mortal empires. However, after being abused, disrespected, put into slavery for many, many long years, these genies rebelled and came under the sway of a demigod by the name of Ahriman, and have been twisted and granted new life and power in the form of corrupted, fiendish entities known as divs. Typically, they are wicked, hateful, like to curse things.
Wasn't the one of the heads a div as well?
Yes. Yeah, that was a Doru div specifically, was the sort of ringleader of the heads. This is a type of div known as an Agash, from what you can tell, which is more so the walking embodiment of misfortune and the concept of the evil eye. They are very known to wander the deserts. Silas, you would probably have either maybe seen these or even had run-ins with them in the past. They're masters of curses, specifically. It's the simplest thing to note, but they are intelligent entities.
We should get rid of it.
Well, okay.
I mean, is this telling, like, I mean, they're evil creatures, right?
He's just chilling here.
Telling us to get out of here.
Yeah. You came into his home.
That's not Silas's business.
As this sort of stare down continues for a moment, as Amenemsu recognizes what this is and perhaps shares with the group, the creature will speak up aloud this time, not using its telepathy, but speaking for all of you to hear. This is my place of residence. You are not welcome here any longer. Please leave while I am being civil.
No.
Yeah, I was like,
We're not done exploring this place yet.
And you clearly let whoever came here earlier travel about.
Can
Try
we
to
see
be
the footsteps in
nice.
this room?
Give me a quick perception check.
Go. Mid rant.
You see much less dust in this chamber in particular, but you every now and then do spot like a footstep or two in the dust. Much fewer than in the entryway.
Could have been him. Does he have feet?
He does,
Could have been him.
but he sort of hangs his head slightly, and you hear him mutter to himself, just try to be nice to mortals for once. And this is how they react. Okay, fine. If that's how you want to be, then that's how it is. Time to leave. And roll initiative. He does not want you here.
We don't want him here. Get off our plane of existence.
Get off our plane of existence.
Go back to the Hell's Fiend.
He's not from the hells.
I know.
You
Yeah,
uncultured
but-
swine.
Just makes it a worse insult. My initiative, not great.
You are struggling tonight.
I'm an so I don't think you're wounded no more.
No, you should not be wounded anymore.
Well,
Good
I'm
catch,
gonna
Nemsu.
Oh yeah.
All right. Nemsu, as he says, all right, fine. You're up first. You are the quickest to react.
How high is this?
Yeah.
right here?
So this platform is about 5 feet up. And then he is 15 feet up in the air on the statue. In perfect spellcasting range.
Well,
So, realistically, I would say to sort of mount one of these edges without going up the steps, we'll call that difficult terrain.
okay, so it'll just cost 2 instead of.
Yeah, it'll cost the extra 5 feet of movement to climb up.
Alright, and my move speed is 25.
Perfectly average.
This is 25 feet then.
Okie doke.
I'm going to demoralize him.
Sure, yeah. You are pretty much exactly 30 feet away at this point. Go for it.
Don't blink.
That's cruel. That is an exact success because of the demon mask. Coming in clutch and definitely causing him to stumble back. You've come into his home. He's asked you nicely to leave, and you said no and have immediately gone and tried to intimidate him. You people are cruel.
He just indicated he was going to kill us all. Well, make us
Well,
leave.
yeah, because he asked you to leave, and you said no.
You take it up with the church?
Yeah.
He
No one's
has
supposed to be
been
living
living
in
here
here.
perfectly normally. And you
Against
guys
the law.
came in and said, sucks to be you.
Listen, the Pharaoh has deemed you a squatter. Get out of our treasure rolls.
Here's your eviction notice.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would be a great sign to throw at people.
15
The Pharaoh
feet,
has
eh?
deemed you a squatter.
15 feet.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'll move here and prep to climb the statue. It doesn't come
Okay.
down from there.
Fantastic. That is going to bring us to his turn. And you know what? He will come down from there. He is annoyed enough. Who was it that said no, by the way? Who specifically? Was that Usala?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. He's going to translocate right behind you.
Huh? wait.
You said no. Die. He sort of stands up from the statue and takes a step as if to just walk off of it. As he does so, he sort of falls and vanishes from sight and falls right next to you, Usala, landing safely on the ground, and immediately slashes forward with a clawed hand.
This feels extremely personal.
It is. You have been targeted for 12 total points of damage between slashing and spirit, as it rips across you and directly tears a bit into your soul.
Ow.
You're welcome. Silas, it is your turn as this happens.
Okay, well, We need to move around because our fighter ran the wrong way.
No, not the free movement.
So people want to move.
Yeah,
So it has to
everyone
move.
can take a free half stride if they want here.
Will that provoke an attack of
I
opportunity?
mean, if he has,
It is a stride.
So it's up to you.
But it's a half stride.
It is stride up to half your speed, yes. Ooh, Usala, you have made a choice.
And for no consequence whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't hit you. He just glares at you out of spite.
I'm not sure we should cluster up like this, but okay.
Well,
He was
I mean, you
confined
guys
with-
moved. Okay, well,
Perfect spell
moved
casting.
first. It
Did you have a
wasn't
rapier?
my
Where are
I
you
moved
going?
first.
no.
What do you mean? The Silas is the one that moved first.
You have a sword.
You can move right up to it,
Bow too.
and then tumble through him on your turn.
You do have one action
Okay.
left on Silas.
Yeah, I will stay here.
Oh, let's go. Hard-boiled
You'll just
Amenemsu.
throw some water at him.
Take a bath, you
For
dust.
dry eye, take clear eye.
Nice.
Oh no,
Why are you saying "oh no"?
because you crit.
It's Silas water.
Not
Oh,
for
that's
max
pretty good
damage.
water. That's pretty good water.
Yeah.
That's why I said, oh no.
I mean, oh no, 16 damage.
Hey, that's half my health.
You get everyone to move with just some repositioning wind that stirs up the dust and sand all around you, and then immediately turn around. And how does your weapon manifestation of a ranged attack look? 'Cause I know in melee it's more of a fan, but do
Well,
you just make a
he
bow,
has the
or-
fan,
Yeah.
so I think he uses the fan to like draw the water in the air around, and then just brings the fan down and streaks across.
Fantastic.
Nobody tells me where to go except the desert.
I wasn't
Trigger
telling you
a
where to
trap
go. I was just asking you to leave.
I mean, that's telling you where to go not here.
If someone walked into your home uninvited and
I
just
would make
started
them teach.
exploring around, you're insane.
The desert welcomes all into its own.
I don't. Usala, you're up.
High save, low save.
High save, low save. Looking at this thing, you know he's a div of some sort. Unfortunately, you are wholly untrained in religion. So you've got no clue.
I mean, he's about curses, so
He is about curses. You can make assumptions.
probably will save his
goodwill.
highest, I would imagine, but the other two, no idea. that would be my guess.
The spell I want to use on him is a will save.
Yeah, there's a 1 on every die.
Decisions.
Nebsu, kill him.
No!
Nebsu, I choose you!
Stop it!
It's
Have
super
double damage.
effective, yeah.
I should have saved my translocate to flee.
Yeah, you should have.
I'm in danger.
Don't you feel down?
Amenemsu, it's up. Oh, look, I, the GM, know Nebsu is terrifying. This guy doesn't know Nebsu is terrifying yet.
Should have been paying attention to the sounds of combat.
You guys finished everything so quickly.
Yeah, because of
Probably
Nebsu.
like, he's just probably like, that dumb walked right towards me.
Honestly, he's more interested in arguing with people about getting out of his home.
I'm handing Nebsu an eviction notice.
All right, let's. I'll do another target and recall knowledge.
Yeah. That's a guy. What kind of question you got?
Cool.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Let's do low save because we haven't learned that yet.
Yeah. So that technically would have a higher DC because that's already been. It's not been asked by someone. You have not checked
Who
for
was
that yet, so
trained.
that's fine. Unfortunately, I really feel like I just can't lie to mastermind rogues when they crit fail, because they have to know if they succeeded or not. And if I lie to you and then tell you you didn't succeed, so he's not off guard, you know I lied. You have no clue. You're looking at this guy and going, he seems really nice. Maybe I should listen to him. I'm clearly not welcome.
That's when you throw in, you told us the truth, but then we think you lied.
I have considered doing that before, and then I realized it's not worth the effort to try and keep track of it.
Of this book. He's actually like who we need to help.
He is. You guys should have asked him instead of just saying no when he said to leave.
Don't judge a div by his eye.
Yeah. I wonder if he looks as scary with his eyes. Like,
Can't you see the small tear tracks coming down his chin?
We're about to.
He's just misunderstood. But you did crit fail on Nemsu. And if you are attempting to attack around the corner like that, they are going to have cover, because you're sort of hitting around the wall, just FYI.
that's okay. I wasn't gonna hit anyways.
No, you didn't, but just for reference's sake.
And since I know Nebsu's coming through, I'm just gonna try and do a tumble through.
Sure.
And I'll get behind him.
Go ahead and
For
do
my last one.
that check. This guy has a really cool 3-action ability. But if I use it, that means Nebsu gets like an entire turn in melee to wail on him.
Well, it'll depend how Nepsu does, right? If Nepsu misses, then he won't be threatened. You know?
No, but then he uses 3 actions and Nebsu gets an entire extra turn to wail on him.
Ooh, that sucks.
That might actually be mildly problematic on Nemsu, because it will end your movement right there in front of him.
Yes, it will.
You do have hero
Okay.
points if you'd like to use one. You have all
You know
3
what?
left.
I haven't, and it is pretty late. I'm going to do it.
Might as
God
well.
darn it. Oh, and I got the exact same thing. Is that possible?
That
It's supposed to have
should have the
10,
plus
I
10
thought.
on it. I don't know why it's not applying to you there. But that is a regular success then.
Woohoo!
Very strange.
But no.
Oh,
And now I'm behind you.
Oh
See, look, I
no!
can translocate too.
As you roll on the ground, pocket
okay.
hand.
Nebsu, please be gentle.
I'm a coming. 25
coming.
feet. And then
You could not.
Pow, right in the
hero
kiss.
point.
Pow.
No, don't.
It's my last hero point.
You don't have to. That's a hit.
No.
That's
Oh
a
my
lot of
gosh.
damage too.
17 damage.
That
and then,
hurts.
that, of course, puts him off guard for everybody else.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'll take it.
Last action.
You shouldn't.
Swing again. Yeah.
Swing one more time. There's a nat 20 on every dice. Oh, well.
So close.
Unfortunate.
Not a critical miss because of off guard.
All right, we're
That's
in
my
a
turn.
an interesting situation with how this guy's turn is going to go, because divs are not very acrobatic entities, so they can't really tumble through. And I don't think attempting to shove Nebsu would go well.
Just teleport again.
So, this guy is going to just stare at you, Usala, with a very baleful gaze here. And the eye is going to turn ever so slightly red. And I am going to ask for a
I've seen
will
this video
save
game.
from you.
So we'll see.
It is a
It's
will
evil
save.
eye. Watch out.
Yeah.
It's a manipulate action.
It is not a manipulate action.
Damn.
It has so many other traits, but not manipulate. It's
Is this
concentrate,
a-
curse, divine, emotion, fear, mental, and visual.
Nope.
Oof.
Nope.
You should
Nope.
keep that. It'd be real funny.
Nope.
Fuck!
Oh!
Your curse means nothing.
The ancestors say "fuck you."
Just leave this guy's house and please be nice. He wants nothing more than for you guys to just leave, okay? And you won't. And
Well,
this is a hate
your
crime. It was.
This isn't a hate crime. This is a nothing crime. Nothing.
We don't feel
No,
anything.
I'm
are
fairly
good.
sure there's hate here. At the
He's
very
just
least,
in the way.
I'm feeling hate, okay? So, therefore... you know what? Spite slash at Nebsu with the claw. Get him out of here. Take him down. That's a 30 to hit.
Missed a crit by 1.
Ooh.
I'm aware.
Ugh.
And not a great damage roll. That is only 10 points of damage to you, Nebsu. As he gazes at Usala and seeing it does nothing, gets a bit more frustrated, stamps his foot in the ground and just... Why can't you people leave me alone? And is going to end his turn there for you, Silas.
All
We're
right.
not the ones that attacked you. We were just exploring the building on the decree of the Pharaoh.
You guys were talking about removing him.
That was
We are now.
Mm.
Makes
All
sense
right.
to
Loki
go
will throw
bad
some
runs.
water at this guy.
Go for it.
Nice.
Can you stop, please? I'd appreciate it.
Oh,
Wow.
with a 2 action, let's go.
Yeah, I know it's a 2-action one. See, come on, you don't have to worry about Silas. And then he will just.
He's badly injured now.
Great. We'll gather up some water and heal Usala.
Fantastic.
Since it seems like this thing is really mad at Usala for some reason. I don't know why.
Gash divs have one of the funniest passives. I'll reveal it after the fight ends, but it might be influencing my targeting choices.
Speaking of
They
funny
hate snakes.
passives,
No. How could you do this? Okay, this is just cruel and unusual.
Is it
I'll
though?
take a bonus to my saving throws.
Yes, it is.
I'll give
We
him
should
a
become div
minus.
hunters. We're really good.
I'll give him-
Yeah.
I can't drag the minus onto his sheet.
I've already put it on him.
Alright.
All good. I put it on
speaking
him
of-
whether you're planning to make an attack roll or not, just in case.
Yeah. Speaking of funny things, I want to tell you a really funny joke. And slap him with a magic.
Okay.
What's the joke?
Yeah, tell us a joke. Good
That's
sir.
the joke. He crit succeeds by 12.
Jeez.
Oh man.
You say
I mean,
some
he's laughing.
joke. No, he's unaffected. He
Well,
just
he's, like,
looks at
laughing at
you
me.
with the longest suffering stare this creature can manage. Which, to be fair, he doesn't blink, so it's really long.
Nebsu, kill him.
Was that supposed to be funny?
I didn't find it funny. Can you just leave, please?
Will you stop trying to kill us while we explore the castle? Or the...
It's my home. You are trespassing. Let's come to a ceasefire agreement. You guys don't hit me, I don't hit you, okay? You know what? I can be reasonable.
I don't think so.
Well, okay, then it's your fault. This is your problem. I wanted to be reasonable.
I think it's his problem.
Yeah, I don't think anything bad's. Oh my gosh.
Oh
look at
my
it.
god.
Nah, I rolled max damage.
He says,
on that.
I can be reasonable. Silas says, I don't think so, and a rapier blade just comes through the back of his head and out the center of his eye.
Ew.
He's not dead, but he's in a whole lot of pain from that.
And blind now, apparently.
Smarting
Got
at the very
sound
least.
body for that.
You have 2 actions left here on the Nemsu. He's just continuously off guard to you.
Stab, stab, do it.
Yep. We're going for the Achilles tendon now. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's just ruin this
Jesus. You guys are coming into a man's home and executing him.
guy. He's not a man.
He might be. You don't
He's
know.
like an
They
extra
they
player.
them at best.
He's a guy. He
an
was
outsider.
chilling out.
He didn't have to say anything. He could have just let us be on our way, do our thing.
We wouldn't even have gone this way if he hadn't been talking in Silas's mind. We would have gone to the
Yeah.
doors.
Well, okay, if someone came into your home, would you truly do nothing as they just raided your pantry?
It depends on my home, you know.
I saw them
If
murder
my
all these
home is someone
skeletons.
else's
Nemsu,
place,
your
not that I'm
opinion
living
matters
in it.
not. You already said you would offer them tea. This is a question for everyone else.
I would
You
if
do
it's
have
a
one
home,
action
then.
left, though, Nemsu, and he is still standing.
Oh, true. Oh man. Ooh, can I aid Nepsu?
You can certainly prepare to
gonna
aid Nemsu, yeah. Absolutely.
To prepare to aid.
Nebsu, you have a chance to do something right, to be a good person, okay?
Kill this
PF2E macros,
monstrosity.
Right? Is that though?
He's just a guy. PF2E macros, yes.
All right, for reals, he's throwing curses around, and
He has-
Nepsu absolutely hates curses.
You know what? That's entirely reasonable.
Triggered.
That is a fair reasoning for doing things.
I fail at aid.
Amenemsu does fail to aid you, unfortunately.
Okay, good. That means I don't have to put it on me.
You, Amenemsu, if you're using the macros, by the way, you want to target the person you're aiding, because it applies the effect to them based off of what you roll. So it would have applied the aid effect to the div here, had you kept the targeting him and succeeded.
Oh.
Yeah. But that is the benefit of the PF2E macros version of aid, is you target someone, roll yourself, and it directly adds it. Nebsu, that is a hit. And likely the end of this guy, who you didn't even learn the name of.
I mean, he certainly talked enough. He could have at least given us his name.
He started
invited us
crying
over for
about his
tea.
home.
He asked you guys to leave, and you said no. Why would
left
he
his doors
introduce
open
himself?
to his home, right? There's no doors in his home.
What doors do you see down here for him to close?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Well,
There's no
pass us some
doors.
He's lived here forever. Why don't you have
He
doors?
had no choice in the matter. To be entirely
did not get
reasonable,
clear.
he was absolutely a bad person.
I know you can't kill us.
Oh,
We
yes.
don't feel bad at what we kill ever.
I'm gonna do my damnedest, okay?
Seriously, Nepsu doesn't like curses, but a little bit of that was for the last time I fought this guy.
You know what? Fair. Fair. He was a shitter last time.
I know he'll Nepsu.
So the funny ability of Agash Divs, that is a passive, is they have a hatred of beauty. And they specifically will do their best to attack the person with the highest charisma attribute in a group.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, oh, you think Usala is like the most attractive of the four of us? Interesting. Okay.
No, Usala told him no, and he took that personally.
Yeah, me not having to breathe really messes with you, doesn't it?
It changes some things for sure. There's, it's a weird state. If you ever look at like an undead PC, it doesn't actually state that they don't need to breathe at all, which is kind of crazy for like skeletons and any of the undead archetypes. So it's a decision to be made typically on whether they actually breathe or not. Theoretically, they don't.
One of the construct ones says they do, which is weird.
I know, it's so strange.
It's like they don't need to breathe, but like they still need air to like vent gas or
Right,
something.
because otherwise mechanically it's, this ancestry is objectively good because it, makes me immune to inhaled and olfactory effects. But that's mechanically besides the point of right now. This div has been dealt with. And, he just kind of relaxed here because he thought this funny abandoned temple was a testament to mankind's folly. And the weakness of mortal kind, so that's why he was chilling out here. But it was still the place he treated as his home. And you guys just, deleted him. Be guilt-tripped by me.
It's not gonna work.
Ah!
We can head to that door. No, Amenemsu.
Silas, do you want to do a favor for me? And,
Oh yes, I meant to say that there was a door back here.
Silas, we can recover from this rift in our relationship here, okay? I need you just to do something very simple for me, right? Go drink from this pool.
Die.
Why would I do that?
Because it's a pool of water in a temple, surely something good will happen.
Don't
I
call me
only
sure.
do what the desert tells me, and you are not the desert.
I might be.
Not the desert.
Who are you talking to now? Another person in your mind?
Are much more insignificant person in my mind.
Okay, well that's just cruel.
Is this locked?
Yes, it is in fact.
Oh my
Out of
goodness.
spite, I'm raising the DC. I'm not, but
Okay, we're gonna have to use
I mean, we
the
could just
scroll of
leave.
knock.
We could just be like, we're done.
you could.
Adventure over.
Check for traps.
The door itself does not appear to be trapped. No, it's a stone door. It's locked like the others that were leading into this chamber. It is all good.
That is stealth. Sorry, never mind.
You goober.
I'm very quiet while I do this.
So quietly pull out your tools. Oh, it's the same. Look at you.
Hey, consistency is key.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty simple for you to unlock this door and be able to open it. It's not a different lock than any of the rest, so you've already picked it twice. You're sitting there going, yeah, this is easy. Just click. Done.
Yeah. I'm really glad for that stealth roll, I feel like.
It
And,
washed your
open
luck
the
a little
door.
bit. There's some interesting things in this tiny little hallway you notice. Taking a look around, there are... I mean, the first thing you notice, the most important thing is, of course, the bloody footprints on the ground in here. There is... specifically, I should say, sort of a spatter of blood near the center of the room, and then bloody footprints, not boot prints, specifically footprints. Whoever this was wasn't wearing shoes, and that is highly unsanitary. That lead to a door on the other side of the chamber. And I feel, Amanemsu, you have that moment where if it's an innocuous-looking corridor and there are blood splatters on the floor, there's something very easy you can assume, no?
Somebody with here. Is the blood still looking
It's trapped.
fresh?
It's trapped. Thank you, Silas.
Oh, thank you. Oh yes.
Doesn't that look
Yes,
like
exactly
a kill
what I-
corridor? Let's just walk into this room. The door's
Look,
closed.
the tripwire
Why are they
on the
barefoot?
ground and the two grooves concealing scythe blades in the ceiling are absolutely invisible, I swear. No, Amanemsu, you very clearly see that 100%. There's tripwires, there's grooves in the ceiling, that there are blades hidden within. This is 100% a trapped corridor.
Dope. All right.
I have
That's
a
fresh
question.
blood? Like, is it
Uh,
glistening?
It is not glistening in the light, no.
Oh, okay.
I would allow a medicine check from anyone who wanted to try and see if they could figure out, like, how old the blood is.
Nope.
Not trained.
That's blood. It's dried.
It's definitely blood.
It's at least been out of the body for a couple minutes.
Yes. Nebsu, that's blood. It is specifically maybe a day or two old only. It's not particularly old, but it's not directly fresh either. It's not something that happened today, but no older than a few days.
It's no older than a few days.
Yeah. You could probably actually pin it down to... At this point, it's nearly 6 p.m. You could actually pin it down to sometime within the last 24 hours.
Oh, okay. Sometime within the last 24 hours is when this blood was spilled.
I think Silas will, like, kick a couple of the, like, pieces of stone here. Why didn't this thing attack whatever that was? Or whoever?
It wasn't even trying to attack you guys.
You said 100% it was going to attack.
Look, it had a really funny melee attack of a fist, and it had a really funny ranged attack where
Well,
it
you
would
should
pick
have
up and
used it
throw
on
and burn
whoever
at you
was
guys.
here 24 hours ago.
I couldn't, okay? For specific reasons that you have yet to discover. But yes, this hallway is absolutely trapped. You should walk through it.
Okay.
Well, while I'm in some
Is there
tries
like
to
a
deal with
long
that.
pole that we can use to trigger the tripwire?
I have mage hand.
We get that staff?
You use a staff. Telekinetic hand.
Unattended item of light bulk. The
Yeah,
tripwire.
it's a tripwire.
Lift it.
I mean, I would say you could potentially use something with the telekinetic hand to trip it, but just a telekinetic hand on its own would not trip it.
What about something attached to something heavy attached to the rope? Throw it to the other side, trip it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You'd always do that.
I have rope.
You have no idea
I
how long
have-
it takes for this thing to reset. It might reset immediately.
Well, we'll find out when it resets the tripwire.
Fair enough.
Theoretically, I have a torch and I have a rope. That'll work.
Sure.
Can we see the tripwires?
Oh yeah. With the light you guys have, it is what appears to be a piece of cable, not just necessarily rope.
Can we just
and
attack those then?
You
like,
could
cut
certainly attempt to attack it and cut it. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Wouldn't that? I mean,
You are certainly
you could
welcome to try.
Potentially,
if that's what you
potentially set it off. Let's set it off and then cut it. We also don't know how long it takes to reset and all that good stuff. Let's try this real quick and. So he'll throw the rope, try to trigger that.
Yeah,
tripwire.
I would say there's not really a roll necessary for that, since you are throwing it, pulling it back slowly. It would absolutely catch the tripwire, which is quite low to the ground. And as it sort of pulls over it, and the tripwire is maneuvered enough, two massive scythe blades in the ceiling come swinging out and directly back up into the ceiling. And I think I'm going to actually say your rope is severed by that.
That's fine. That's just the end of the rope. Does the tripwire reset immediately afterwards?
It looks to be slack at the moment, still.
Okay, well, I'll run down and cut it before it has a chance to reset.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll real quick, because it is quite sturdy. It is not just normal rope.
Even after?
You want me to do it?
Interesting. They know they're traps, and I am terrible at hitting things.
A 19 will
19?
actually not be enough to damage it. To be able to cause damage. You sort of swing your blade at it, but a rapier is not really built for cutting, it's built for piercing. And as you stab towards the rope, it's more cable than rope. It just doesn't really actually do much to it. Similarly to you, Nebsu, you swing down and hit it with the blade. Well, so for reference, you hit it with the blade, and your blade bounces off the cable.
Okay.
Interesting.
Seems to be made of tough stuff.
Well, try it again, I guess.
I will
So
give.
we're just gonna sit here while I smack it.
I mean, I'll give you guys one more attempt, but realistically, you would probably reach a point where if you're consistently bouncing, not dealing any damage, would you continue to swing on it?
Nope. All right. Anyway,
Amanemsu, you may roll damage for that strike, since it did hit. Okay. This time you find a little bit of purchase into the cable with the rapiers. You stab at it again. You're precise enough that with something like this, you can stab it twice in the same spot without too much issue. And so it does find a little bit of purchase into it, but not much. You would be sitting here for minutes to actively cut this rope. At minimum.
I'll just remember to step over it.
It is
Yeah.
currently deactivated. Very clearly it has been
Okay.
tripped
I'll
and it does
use
not
the
immediately reset.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my chalk to outline
Yeah, just mark where it
the
is.
tripwire is.
Sure. Sounds good to me. And it is
For a
currently
good
tripped.
time step here.
Just for reference's sake, I am going to roll to see as if you had not noticed it, Amenemsu, and it had attacked you, just because I can. If you had tripped the tripwire, I would have rolled a natural 2 on the attack roll.
I missed.
And missed.
Yay!
If I did hit you, though, just if I had,
Plus
I would have
17.
rolled below average on the damage and dealt 10 slashing damage. The dice really didn't want you to be affected by this trap, it seems. They really determined, no, this trap is not meant to hit the party.
Is the store
Go ahead
locked?
and check this
The door is not locked.
Is it trapped?
Nope.
Mm.
The trap
Alright,
was in the room.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and open it. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a chamber.
With footprints.
Yeah, small octagonal chamber. How dare you? With the same bloody footprint sort of continuing to the door on the opposite side. The chamber is empty, save for that large metal chest that Amenemsu just went and stood on top of. There is a set of hieroglyphs inscribed on the wall above the chest, but otherwise the chamber's completely empty.
And the hieroglyphs say...
The
I think everyone here
righteous
speaks.
and the holy have no need of staff, rod, or ring. Place your faith in the good magister and walk without fear.
How would you... Okay, so maybe we put all of our belongings in the chest? And is the chest locked?
It is not.
I will check for traps and then open it.
It's no traps, no locks or anything. It is completely empty. And that is the specific text for anyone curious.
Is that one of the names for Nethys?
You've never heard Nethys to go by the name the Good Magister before. You can give me a recall knowledge if you'd like. Anyone who wants to may.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
While that's going on, Jericho, I made a boo-boo.
That's not good.
Oh, no, I don't think it affected anything, but the avatar does have to breathe.
Oh, cool.
If I manifested long enough, I'd have to eat or sleep as well, but I can just disanimate to get rid of that.
Makes sense. It really only mattered for the Guardian Scrolls because they would suffocate you with their smothering wrap, but
Yeah.
Amenemsu, taking a look over this, you know of ancient temples before. Whether you have worked in them or visited them before, I leave up to you for how you remember some of those experiences when they come to you. But many temples do have crypts below them, and it was standard practice for those going into the crypts to leave whatever magical items they carried with them. This is more specifically in Nethys temples. You would leave weapons and armor in general, but if you were going into a temple of Nethys crypts, you would specifically leave your magic items behind. The Good Magister is just a term that was used to refer to the high priest in such temples.
Like, so I'll lean my staff against the wall.
Yeah, this is the chamber people would be expected to leave their stuff in before they head down into the crypts.
With the high priest.
With the high priest, yes.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my sword. Me.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, let's keep going.
We leave Nebsu behind.
We put Nebsu in the crypt chest.
Put him
So,
in the party stash.
You
Clearly,
can
the person who came before us didn't put anything in there. So.
you make some pretty simple
Yeah,
assumptions
so
as to
it's
what might be
basically
on that
just
door.
it's basically just a belongings locker.
Yeah, it's
for
keep your shit
people.
here.
Don't worry, it's safe. If anyone comes down that hallway, they'll be sliced. Okay, now this is crazy.
Look, that trap was typically kept disarmed during normal worship hours, okay?
I hope so. Although no one's supposed to go in here except the high priest. We did see the warning.
Yeah.
So.
And people invited. Believe it or not, there's a set of steps going down.
To the crypt. Okay.
It goes down to a door. How dare you?
But that was what we read, the crypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a door at the bottom of the stairs, no
Are you
crypt.
ready to go down?
Well,
or
that's
do
where
you
the
want
crypt
to
is, yeah.
explore the rest
Maybe.
of this level.
I say we follow the footprints.
Agreed.
Surely following the bloody footprints will lead to no issues whatsoever. Right, once you teleport, don't go any further so we can wait for everyone to teleport. You two up here, move it. Go down the dark pit of insanity and teleport. Thank you.
I'm going to move forward one because
Celebrate.
Yeah, that's fine.
it's very
It's what do you mean? This is a very nice hallway. Yeah, you open the door into a similarly small octagonal chamber. The floors down here are lined with sort of a black tile as well. There's a stone bench against the eastern wall. There's no dust on the floor here. And there is a short passage with bronze bars at the end of it over here. Seemingly acting as a gate, perhaps.
And bloody footprints, I assume that's what those are? If they're not.
Yes, they're very, very slight at this point. They're much harder to see, but you do still, for now, detect them. They actually sort of almost completely fade by the time you reach the gate itself. Beyond the gate, because it is not yet open, you do see a larger chamber that has a massive sort of clay statue against the far wall. The chamber appears to be otherwise generally empty, aside for two large sets of doors emblazoned with a symbol of Nethys. But
Is it locked?
it is, yes.
Have at it on an MSU.
Do all groups have such skilled lockpickers?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Who said that?
I'm sorry, I should not have jumped in.
It was asking the group because
I know.
Silas is like
I realized that
Silas
after I started speaking.
Silas never encounters locked doors. Right? He's in the desert, so I think he's just like, this is so weird, right? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty necessary if you're gonna explore an abandoned crypt.
Taking a look over this grate, like you can see the lock, and it's old, it's metal, it's in solid condition still down here, but it does appear to be a pretty solid lock. So, with your first attempt here, Eminem, so as you're working at it for a couple minutes, you're not making particularly much progress. While Aminemsu is working, can I get a perception check from everyone else, please? Okay. You're sitting there, you're working on the gate, Amanemsu. You'll be able to open it, but it is going to take a hot minute here specifically. Silas and Usala, for a brief moment, and it's like an almost blink and you miss it sort of thing, you almost hear the sound of voices. What sounds to be like a raised voice shouts something. It's super quiet, sort of echoey, and cuts off immediately as the two of you hear it.
He's back.
This is not spoken directly into your mind.
I know. That's a society.
Okay, fair enough.
Anything in here speaking in his mind.
He never died. 'Twas
Some
all a
might say
ruse.
that he's still a part of us.
Did
So
anybody hear
once
that?
he's able,
The real friends
Hear
were
what?
the divs we made along the way. Sorry, go ahead. What
I
would
didn't hear anything.
you did not know?
Yeah, I'm saying that in character.
Okay, I see. I'm sorry. My brain's falling out of my head.
Well, let's get this gate open.
So once Amanemsu finishes fumbling around with it, we'll
Yeah,
open it.
Go again.
go ahead and give me one more check here.
Doopy-doopy-doopy-doop. Ba-dup.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Fantastic. You take a couple more moments, and the gate does unlock. And you are able to push it open. Amanemsu, before people pass through, sorry, I am also going to ask you to give me a blind crafting check real quick.
Cool.
Or perception. I'll leave the choice up to you.
We'll go perceptions 1 point higher.
Coward. Something about the gate here definitely catches your attention as being slightly odd. As you finish unlocking, you notice the lock is not a separate like padlock that's been added to the grate. It's just part of it normally. And as you push it open, you feel a weight, sort of as if you're forcibly extending springs as it is being pushed open here.
Okay. So it's a like a spring lock.
Yeah,
It'll basically relock as soon as we close it.
not even as soon as you close it, it will probably close and lock itself pretty quickly here once it's been opened. So, like, as soon as you
He
step
tells-
through, the rest of the group's
Yeah.
gonna need to go quick.
Oh, okay.
We go upstairs, get the body of the div. When the door's open, we shove his body in between. See how
Yeah,
strong it is,
that's
as he's bisected or to keeps it propped open.
Okay, now we're just disrespecting the dead.
I mean, what are we doing here?
You've been asked not to disrespect the dead, to be
Been asked
fair.
a lot
That's
of
true.
things.
Yeah, the dip doesn't count though. He wasn't natural.
That's true.
None of you are sanctified, right?
Yeah.
No.
Why do you have such hate for the unholy?
Why do they get such a hate for
You
mortal
started
life?
it.
I'm not paying for the unholy as being mean. The previous unholy
He
thing we met
asked
was
you to
killing-
leave.
killing people.
And we
to
said
that
no,
end.
and then they tried to kill me.
I think that is a perfectly valid response.
No.
If I asked someone
use
to
some-
leave my home and they said no, I
And
feel like I would
the
react
Pharaoh
violently.
told you have
Like
the
if the
decree to
president
go
of the
here.
United States
Yeah.
told me I could go into this guy's house and take all his stuff, and he told me to leave, I'd say no.
I don't think I'm going to believe you if you waltz into my house and tell me the POTUS says you're welcome in here. You are welcome in here to raid my pantry. I'm gonna be like,
Well, but it's
that's
not your
bullshit.
pantry. It's an abandoned home that you're in.
I have
Give me, like, a
squatters'
squatter.
rights.
I mean, not as far as
I've
Osirion's concerned.
been here
Doesn't
for
exist.
3 years now.
Yeah, this is Osirion, not California.
Yep. All right.
But
Let's head in, I guess, quickly together.
Yeah.
we could tie it like open to
We
the.
should just all go in together. It's fine.
You
Like, it's
could.
an open
to the-
grate, so it's
to
not
the
going to flood
statue.
us.
Is it unlockable from the other side? Can
Yeah.
you pick it again?
Yeah, easily.
Okay. All right.
And
yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could give me like another quick thievery check on Nemsu to see if you could disable that relocking feature permanently. If you
Sure.
wanted to try and jam it up and break it, you could take another moment here.
Throw a
Perhaps we
beton
should
in there.
leave it as it is because it keeps the other people down here too.
True.
If they run from us and somehow get away, then
Ooh, could I jam it locked so that they can't?
I mean, you could like potentially break the lock when it's shut and locked, but that's gonna cause you a bigger issue trying to get out also.
Yeah, I was thinking of like
So-
putting a pin somewhere in it that I could easily figure out that it would take somebody else a time or two to.
I mean, if there's someone else here that seems to be relatively competent when it comes to unlocking things,
Yeah.
without causing lasting damage, anything you can come up with that would potentially slow someone down further, may or may not. But on a 21, that's actually not enough. The mechanics of this is actually pretty sturdy, that it would take some real chutzpah to break it.
Okay.
So for
Alright.
now, it is still working as intended.
Okay, everybody through.
Run.
Run,
let's-
Forrest, run!
I'm gonna
And
try and like keep it from slamming. Just I'll
Sure,
let it close.
like let it close quietly.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think that's entirely fair. Wonderful. We are in a new place. Let's go ahead and get some new exploration action rolls from what matters, what people are doing down here.
Still searching.
Still searching? Sounds good. I'll go out on
always searching.
a limb and assume Silas is avoiding notice. Classic.
Blast
You won't ever
Silas.
do a different one. Yeah.
Is it possible to use a like a knowledge, like a just you do like a recall knowledge for my searching
Yeah,
act?
that is investigate as the action.
Investigate.
And that is to be making recall knowledges, and I typically allow you to do that as a free action when initiative is rolled, if you are investigating. So if you'd
You
like to
know
switch to
what?
that, you're welcome to.
I think I am going to try it out. See how
Yeah.
I like,
Go for it.
the results of that.
Go for it.
Investigate.
Investigate is the action, yeah, and you just use recall knowledge as the roll.
Perhaps. There's a lot. Invest. Oh, you can add multiples.
You technically can. There are very specific feats that allow you to have multiple exploration actions going at the same time. Or to
Alright.
do one and still travel at full speed, but... go ahead and give me that recall knowledge. Thank you kindly. Phenomenal. Absolutely delightful, even. Yeah. You guys have stepped into this antechamber. Nebsu, you let the grate close quietly. It locks behind you guys. You are in this sort of large antechamber. Doors to the east and west with the mask of Nethys emblazoned on them, and a large sort of clay, rune-carved clay statue generally depicting Nethys as well, against the southern wall.
Did Usala also say he heard a noise or no?
Did you bring that up, Usala?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So 2 people heard a noise. So, do you know which way you heard that from?
I mean, we were in this room, so it probably came from.
Yeah, it was echoing from
down this
somewhere
way.
in the complex.
So like to the left or right. Yeah, not behind us, right? Not where we came from. Yeah, exactly.
From somewhere further in these crypts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Left or right.
See any?
you guys did not roll high
See any,
enough to
like,
get from
bloody
where.
footprints continuing?
Am I detecting any magic in here?
Footprints have stopped from now. Usala. This is going to sound a little bit weird. I'm going to ask you to specifically give me a blind religion roll on top of your detect magic here.
I'm untrained.
I'm so excited to see the results.
Me too.
I'm not, because it's a blind check.
Don't worry, I'll laugh at you if it's not good.
He'll reveal it.
Perfectly average.
So around 6.
Flat 10.
Flat 11.
Hey.
You do not detect magic at the moment. It's strange. Something definitely feels off, but you can't quite describe the feeling. It's almost like something is pinging detect magic, but is at the same time not. And like you think on it and wait for the next ping, and nothing pops up again and makes you think maybe you got a false positive. But detect magic shouldn't give you false positives. And it's like every few pings, something is blipping, but then almost like having its presence erased. It's very strange.
Shall we go left or right?
Right is always right.
The desert beckons me this way. I flipped a coin.
There's no
who am I
sand
to-
down here.
Who am I to argue
That
with
doesn't mean the
desert?
desert can't beckon him. We're in the desert. How dare you tell me there's no sand?
You guys
Pull him
have
out of his
stepped
pocket.
to some phenomenal spots. Roll initiative.
Huh?
Spikes impale us. with
The
the
statue
ground.
comes to life.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's a
Oh,
pretty
no.
statue.
As
Look
the
how
statue
fancy.
silently raises its staff and goes to swing it on you. I don't think I've rolled above a 5 for initiative tonight. This is a tragedy.
This is
Oh,
the highest
yeah,
I've
yeah,
had all night.
It's real sad.
Is Silas hit into it?
uh,
Somehow?
that's the funny thing. I think realistically, your stealth check was high enough that it's focused on the others right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you would technically be hidden to it at the moment.
I mean, it
There's
just means
really
it's not going to attack him if it goes before, so that's
Right.
more what I care about.
Yeah. But Nebsu, we are starting with you as you move towards this door and like place your hand on it to push it open. And all of a sudden, out of the corner of your manifested body's eye, you see the staff of this massive, like 8-foot tall statue rising up in the confines of this room to slam down on Usala.
No!
Would also attack some most beautiful person.
But it does.
Not the snake.
Actually, I'm sorry. It is not attacking Usala here. It's attacking Amenemsu is how it appears to be attacking. And also, before we take your turn, Amenemsu, you do get your free recall knowledge since you are investigating.
let's see. Target and bro.
I'm so sorry, my guy. You rolled a nat 1.
That's not that.
Ah, damn.
Lighting
Nethys
up.
That's
here.
Nethys himself.
No, well, a
He's
herald.
here.
The heralded. Yeah.
The arbiter.
Alright.
He
looks like the
has
planar-
descended.
an Archon of Nephis.
Let's find out some information.
Yeah.
The aspect. That's
Stride.
aspect.
Does it react?
It does not reactive strike you as you stride around it.
Ooh. That's good.
It's Bard, the Archon of Nethys. Named Bard.
As we know, Bard doesn't have reactive strike, so
His
No,
name
not
is
at all.
Bard.
Get my flanking and swing.
You are indeed flanking, and a 26 will indeed hit.
probably pretty tough.
Not my big clay statue. Why would you hit this? It doesn't resist any of the damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's just a
Kind of
clay
sad.
statue.
With a mask on it.
Well, yeah, but
Maybe if it takes its mask off, it'll
So
stop.
it is snagged, of course. And
oh, of course. How could I be so foolish?
And then, yeah, I'll just swing again. Because I'm a fighter, and that's what we do.
Fair enough. That's another hit. You guys aren't going to let me take a turn with my statue, are you?
That's up to you.
Don't stop rolling solo.
My guy, I'd like to. Believe me.
My turn is over.
Amanemsu, we are over to you. He is off guard to you already. What fun.
Sneak attack.
We'll see if it takes precision
orange.
damage.
Usala, I have a legitimate question for you as Amanemsu is deciding what to do. Is your holy symbol of Nethys, like, openly visible?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I took
And
it
you
out
tried
earlier.
to hit him.
Which is why
That's
I
why
had
it
to.
didn't.
Yeah, it's why I had to change.
It has a weakness to it. Quick, hit it with the holy symbol.
That's blasphemy.
Exactly. That's why it's super effective.
Interesting. I wonder if it's like a true protection, or like immunity, or if it's like a sanctuary. If I attack it, it'll break.
Alright, we'll try to hit it. I'm not gonna hit it.
Amanemsu, your dice are struggling at this point.
No.
Never mind, I
Yay.
lied.
Yay!
28 does hit.
I did something.
And hey, you dealt more damage than Nebsu, individual attack-wise.
Wow. That's deep.
Yay!
And it does
that
not
was
resist any of that damage either.
Oh wait, there's something I haven't tried before.
Oh?
Disarm.
You're gonna disarm my statue?
I'm gonna try to disarm the statue.
That's cruel and unusual, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it before, so I
You are
figured
doing
maybe
it at
why not.
map, keep in mind.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's athletics.
It is.
Okay. Wow.
So you'd
I
have a
already
plus
set my
one.
mind to it. I'm gonna try it. There it is. Disarm. Ta-da!
I believe in you.
Oh, it's a disarm agile though, isn't it?
It
No, it's
is.
not agile.
If you're using your free hand, you have agile
Oh, that's right.
agile on this. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because
Plus.
an unarmed strike is agile for people.
No.
That's a failure.
But not a critical failure, which is good.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, I must be fair. You are using a rapier. Oh, it does have the disarm trait. Never mind.
Yeah, it
Uh,
does. Yeah.
so-
yeah.
Actually, I think realistically, if you're using the rapier, you don't get the agile version. Because
Oh,
you are
okay.
getting the disarm bonus of the weapon's property rune. You would get the agile if you were
Alright,
using
I-
your free hand. So technically, with normal map, that would be a crit fail, but I'm going to keep it as just normal for now.
Okay.
I will keep it as a regular failure because that was my issue on the ruling and explaining. So, second action is just a
Cool.
failed disarm here.
All right. Let's see here. What else do I have that I can do? Quick draw. No.
You can walk away and be nice.
My way is blocked.
That's
by
fair.
a giant statue.
You could push open the door behind you as an action.
I could, but that's not away. That'd be further down.
I mean, it gets you away from it. Ish.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to aid.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
do
set
that.
up to aid. Fantastic. Usala, that will bring us to you.
All right. I had something I was going to do and I forgot what it was. Oh, does it look
Fantastic.
like its staff has reach?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Big
Then there's
statue.
nowhere I can. Nowhere in this room I can stand. It can't hit me. So I'll
No.
cast shield.
You are correct. I will whack you wherever you go.
Well,
Now, if
you
I
wouldn't.
aid,
You wouldn't
sorry,
whack.
if I
Mhm.
if I aid and I choose the skill that I want to aid him with, right? Or
Yeah.
choose the skill that I'm aiding him for.
You choose what you're aiding them to accomplish. So typically, you would say, like, I want to aid Nebsu's next attack roll.
Yes.
And
Okay.
most commonly, if you're aiding an attack roll, you would roll an attack roll yourself. In certain
Got it.
situations, if you guys like aren't in melee and don't have a ranged weapon, I would allow a perception check to be used instead, but you pretty much always use the skill that's being aided yourself.
Get that crit.
You also do not roll the aid yet because you would wait until Nebsu actually takes the action. Because it does require your reaction to use, and you might want to use your reaction before then.
Okay.
So, we know it'll succeed, but technically you have not taken the aid reaction yet. And,
Got it.
Usala, you may grab your shield effect, and you have 2 actions left.
I don't know if I want to cast it.
Oh.
Would it? Do I think it's like a sanctuary effect where if I attack it'll break the charm with it not attacking?
You'll have to give me a recon knowledge to figure that out.
That's why I didn't want to cast shield. Is they need to burn an action.
If you'd like to do that instead,
yeah,
you are welcome to recon knowledge.
I don't have. This probably isn't sort of straight religion. This is like just a generic effect.
Arcana also works, because this is a Guardian of Nethys, and with a natural 20 on your part, good sir.
Ooh, nice.
It's actually Arcana and Crafting, the skills for this thing. This is a type of construct known as a Graven Guard. They are created for a faith specifically to, watch a fixed location, pretty much never leading it, just protecting it against those who are not followers. Realistically, me saying it was raising to attack you was more of a narrative mistake on my part, but objectively, a Graven Guard like this does have an ability called Faithbound, where they cannot attack a creature that openly wears or displays the religious symbol of their patron deity.
I knew it would have been good to have
Unless that creature uses a hostile action against the warden first.
That is sanctuary.
Were it intelligent, it could also choose to attack you if it believed you were not faithful or were wearing the holy symbol as a ruse.
Well, I am not either of those things.
I will also give you a few more passives, because normally I do give all passives as something you can ask for with recall knowledge, so I will not be stingy if you would like.
Yeah.
You would know that Graven Guards do have their faithful weapon that automatically gains the effects of more beneficial runes if it does not have them already written onto the weapon. And it does have the Instrument of Faith. Were you a cleric of Nethys yourself, Usala, you could channel a heal spell through this Graven Guard if you were within 60 feet of it.
That's so cool.
You could effectively use it as a spell relay for a heal spell.
If only we were 4 clerics of Nethys. We could
I know.
probably get it to come with us.
I don't think it would have come to life then if we were also in our holy.
Right.
Could I try diplomacy? Say I am the high priest of this temple, and these people are under my protection. Stop attacking them.
I will say you recognize this is a mindless entity. This one is not intelligent. Now, before you go any further, there's might be one more passive ability you might be more interested in than the others, of course.
Okay.
Because when a Graven Guard is destroyed, they don't go quietly. They're designed to protect their temples. This thing will absolutely blow up when it dies.
Enough to collapse the temple, or just
No, not in the slightest, but it's gonna hurt.
All right.
Anyone who's in this chamber, and perhaps even beyond it, if you just open the doors and are outside.
Not the Divine Baylord. Is this a golem? Does it have like stupid immune to magic?
It is a
things?
construct. It is not.
Okay.
It does not fall under the
Okay.
golem subset. It is just a normal
Excellent.
mindless construct. It's made of clay.
Phase,
Phase bolt.
phase bolt.
Oh my god!
Oh,
You rolled
nat
2
20.
nat 20s in a row.
Let's
Uh-oh.
go.
So just roll damage, and
That's
I will
not-
take double damage.
It's all one. Can I
Fantastic.
hero point the damage roll?
No.
Damn it.
This thing doesn't have enough health in anyways.
Would have been cool.
I get a turn. Yippee! I'm gonna hit someone.
I broke the sanctuary.
I will be fair. I will roll to see who I whack with my stick.
I'm hidden.
You are indeed hidden. Yes. Let me check.
Although
some-
he also hasn't done anything, so I don't know why it would attack side. Oh, you stupid person standing here. Not that I care, he can't
My
attack me at once.
goodness. You guys just had to spread out before I could do this. That's so tragic.
Or a limit
Ugh.
streak.
No, not quite. Yeah, smite the blasphemer.
Uh,
We are going to whack you with a stick, Usala.
it believes on the one. Oh no.
Jeez.
Get whacked, fucker.
Was that a nat 20?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Hit the stick of justice and take 30 damage.
Ow! What the fuck?
Damn.
You're fine though.
I'm going to use my last 2 actions to do a manipulate action. Nebsu, if you would like to reactive strike this.
I take it back. Sanctuary,
I mean,
sanctuary.
I do, but I hope I don't kill it.
I hope you do.
Well, you're gonna.
It's about to kill me if you don't. I'm at a
That's
1
true.
hit point.
That's true. All right, here we go. I had the 8 on me.
That is just a regular hit.
Yeah.
And you have no hero
This
points
thing's-
left.
This thing is AC is very, very high. I've rolled 8 3 times in a row.
It's very consistent. Fantastic. He is going to use his last 2 actions as he slams the staff into you, Usala. Continues as you end up getting batted out of the way and slams the ground, which causes an echoing crash to ring out, effectively casting Cry of Destruction. Now, realistically, this is just hitting everything in front of it. So, Silas, it is going to catch you in the area purely by accident.
Come on,
But I
nat
do
20.
need both of you to give me a fortitude save, please. Usala will get an exact success on, and Silas will get a regular success on. So this will be half damage to you guys. And this is going to be... I have to roll it manually because Foundry does spells with differing damage dice. Very funny.
Yeah.
Man, this spell's crazy.
It's a fun focus spell. You guys
That's
are
a lot of-
taking
those are
half
big dice.
damage here.
I mean, he just needed 1. So.
I know. So Usala goes down, and Silas, just the impact ringing in your ears, shocks your insides and definitely hurts. However, you are still hidden to it as we hit your turn, Silas, but Usala does collapse to the ground.
I hit it for 5 damage and it hit me for 50.
No, you hit it for 10.
You hit it for
Crit
10
from-
damage, you crit.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Cry of Destruction, fun little cleric focus spell. It deals d8 sonic damage in a cone, but if you already dealt damage with a strike or spell this turn, it deals d12s instead of d8s.
Jeez.
Oh, he'll conjure up some great seawater and pour it down. Just drop the little bubble in Usala's throat. I'm sure that'll be great.
I love how you heal your allies by drowning them.
With salt water. I mean, hey, it works. Look, it's super effective.
Adds insult to injury, but if it works, it works. That's 14 health back to you, Usala.
Thanks.
And then he'll 2 action. I guess, yeah, just slice out. I mean, I still have all my hero points.
Oh, okay.
He never uses his bow.
You just hit always. Like so.
I mean, I could use a hero point, right? Like,
You could, but...
I mean, yeah, there's no point. The Nebsu's gonna kill it.
We're all just living in Nebsu's world.
I mean, it's fine. Silence is a damage dealer. He's just here to play support and poke stuff, blast one.
I'm going to take the off guard off my creature knowing it means nothing because Nebsu has flanking anyways. You know what? I can't complain. I did what I wanted. I whacked Usala and did Cry of Destruction. It was like the one thing I wanted to be able to do with this creature. Whacking someone. Usala was not the guaranteed target. I just wanted to hit someone.
Here we go.
Okie doke. Yeah, that's a hit. Just barely missing the crit, too.
Alright, his AC is 22, gentlemen.
Oh, that's the aid one. That's the aid attack.
No, that
the aid
I
came in
used
on the reactive strike.
My reactive strike.
Well, but he chooses when to use it, remember? You just have it on
Yes.
accident.
Fair.
Well, because remember you were like saying he was going to delay his reaction until the guy went, so like...
Fair.
I mean, whatever. Fine.
We had it used and applied on the reactive strike, so I'm going to not include it for now. I'm not giving you that crit, He's not going to live to his turn again anyways, but you can give me hope.
Just speed up the combat. I'm just letting him be dead.
6 damage, then exacting strike.
Yeah, go for it.
He's off guard again.
He's off guard anyway, and he's about to die.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. His AC is like pretty damn high.
He has a low hit points, but a high AC.
Yeah.
Is his whole
Alright,
shtick.
so I miss, but that means I get to use.
Yep, map does
the
not
same map
increase.
again for my third.
We love
attack.
exacting strike.
Well.
But hey, same exact thing.
That's
And
my turn.
that will leave us to you, Amanemsu, to finish this guy off. As the clay is very clearly falling apart, but you are able to hit out.
Yep. Just gonna keep poking away.
Go for it.
Or not. You know what? It's late.
You got hero points.
I do.
There
Yay.
we go. Fantastic.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll that damage. And 8 points will be enough to coup de grace this Graven Guard. And cause it to collapse in on itself.
Uh-oh,
With
wait.
an explosion of divine energy covering the entire space. And I will need everyone to give me a will save, please.
A will save?
Yeah, a will save.
Willpower.
Divine energy. It's assailing your mind. Silas just immune. Nebsu gonna take the brunt of this. So half damage to Amanemsu and Usala. Of course, full damage to you, Nebsu. For 23 points of void damage.
No, you take half, Usala.
Yeah, Usala, you take half. Stay standing. Now, Nebsu, there is a bit of an unfortunate effect. As not only do you take damage on a failure, but you will become afflicted with a minor curse by Nethys.
He hates curses.
I'm aware.
What is the DC of this thing?
It was 19 will.
Okay, yeah. So my +1 against curses wouldn't have helped.
Yes, and specifically, it does not have the curse trait on the normal save, but then the follow-up to counteract it would have the curse trait. It's really weird how it's set up. But this curse, it's not a permanent curse necessarily, but it will enfeeble and stupefy you for the foreseeable future. As this divine energy slams into you, sends you stumbling backwards, and you feel the very magic that animates your being right now being siphoned away to who knows where. Nethys is stealing your magic. as a consequence. Usala, you are on the ground, having been brought back to consciousness by salt water, and then almost immediately blasted back into the grave, but just barely maintaining your consciousness this time.
I have whiplash.
Your head just got slammed right back down into the marble.
Yep.
And that definitely let out a pretty loud sound when that spell was activated by this guard. It was a resounding boom. So...
Why are you down again? Didn't you get healed for 14?
Yeah, but he's still prone.
He's still prone, and then he took the...
Okay, I thought he was unconscious again.
No, he's just at 3 hit points.
I didn't press half.
Okay.
All right, this is Amanemsu.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
This is myself.
9 health to Amanemsu.
And this is Nebsu.
9 health to Silas. And 4 health to Nebsu. Fantastic. Well, so the option then falls to you guys if you want to continue through here, if you want to take some time and focus on trying to maybe retreat, or even stay here and just focus on treating some of your wounds for a little bit.
I'll listen at the door if you want to.
Yeah?
I mean, he can't treat wounds. He doesn't have medicine. So.
He just throws water at people every 10 minutes.
It's really good.
It really is.
I can
The
try.
blessing of living sea.
I'm not great at this, but
Yeah.
well, Asala, you gained 9 from.
Thank you.
Oh no, he had already been healed.
He had already
Yeah, no,
been
he
got
doesn't-
woken up by the ability.
Yeah.
That's
Fun,
right.
thank you.
Where is it? Treat wounds.
I believe in you, Nebsu.
Amanemsu, you should do this. Stupefied is like lowering my medicine check by 1.
I mean, technically, I'm not trained in it. I could do it. I have all my hero points, so.
Treat wounds is a trained medicine action.
Oh, then there you go.
Yep.
You're
It does require trained to attempt it. Administer first
here we
aid
go.
is the untrained action.
So we're looking for a 9 or better.
Sounds good.
That's 13.
That's
Hell
pretty
yeah.
good. Fantastic. That'll be 12 health back to you, Usala.
Thank you.
And after that 10 minutes, he'll splash water on everybody again.
Yep. Sounds
I guess
good.
not Amanemsu, because he's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
you
is
can
for
if you just want
Usala.
to guarantee he's at full.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're taking time to treat Nebsu.
Yeah.
Here's Amanemsu. Usala. And Nebsu.
Nice.
Hey, 12.
Nice. Okay. Fantastic. And that 9 is for you, Usala.
Another one?
This
Yeah,
is from
because
the
that was
Ocean's
after
Ball.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Fantastic. So, it will be up to you guys if you want to spend another 10 minutes here. So far, Silas, listening at the door, you haven't heard anything further. It has remained silent.
I think we should wait at least another 10, if not 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If everybody's cool with it, I mean.
Yeah, if you guys
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
take 20 minutes here just to guarantee everyone's at full health and
Well, it
is
was more like
not
10
immune.
minutes to do it and then not immune.
Right, yeah.
So,
that,
okay,
I was
like,
saying
that's-
that. I was getting
Okay.
there. Gods be
I guarantee
good.
They'll be full. All right.
I'll put myself back to full.
Yeah.
I feel weaker
Fantastic.
than before.
You look just as strong to me.
I have the worst thing a fighter can have. Enfeebled.
Oh no.
I don't know what that means.
No.
Well, as Nebsu has a small crisis over being weaker, and the GM breathes a sigh of relief. And you all have taken roughly 30 minutes down here, taking some time to heal up. There has been no approach or response to the loud boom created by the Graven Guard, nor has there been any more audible echoing noise like what Usala and Silas very, very briefly heard upon first coming down here. You, of course, have two options of where to go, and it looks like we're planning on pushing east. But I do think that's sort of a perfect point to end off for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you all so much for playing. I do hope you enjoyed. And next week, perhaps we will figure out maybe what exactly has been going on here. With what's going on at this temple, maybe who's fucking around here, who shouldn't be, and all that jazz.
Well, it's definitely a temple of Nethys.
It's definitely a temple of Nethys, yeah. Can confirm. But thank you, everyone. Great playing with you. Always a blast. Even when I am saddened by Nebsu instantly critting my enemies into oblivion. That guy was supposed to be a recurring encounter in this place.
Was he really?
Yeah, because he just would show up for like a round and then leave. And nope, just got 75 hit points crit out of oblivion immediately.
Just dunked on.
But truly always fun to watch that sort of thing happen, and I'm excited to see what you all will pull off next week. So I'll see you all then.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye,
Good
everyone.
night.